Hi, I'm Ken Lashley. You're watching Who Dat Comics. Who Dat?
What's up, everybody? We got a little packing chat. Little packing chat gonna be going along and getting my stuff situated so I can get this thing straight. Cause we're gonna do a little packing chat. I got a lot of stuff to pack up. A lot of auction stuff people have won. So let's get the party started. Appreciate anybody stops through. Please thumbs up. And yeah. That's all I can say. Appreciate you guys. What's up, Baker? Migraine is gonna be here and there. That's something I suffer with. I'm good today. But it's like, you never know what day. Just gotta make sure I take my medicine and watch what I eat. A little packing chat today for the people. A little packing chat. I sent some invites to a few people, so if they join, they join. If not, you guys can just enjoy me packing and chatting it up. So I'll move my drink over here for a little while. So I had a good sale offline and online. We had some good sales with the I can't think right now. The Whale Friday show. So I'm gonna pack Lucian's one up first. His is a lot easier to pack up because it's like two slabs and a couple of raw books. So what I'm going to do is put the raw books in some cardboard. I got some cardboard and then put it along with the slab because there's two slabs to go along with so the raw books that he purchased along with the slabs. These are the raw books. So you got the first appearance of Hela, Lady Stiff, and Balder Brave. And then we got a first Whiplash. Put those together. I'm gonna go not here. What's it called? Keep that along. Got a good so slabs. Slabs are the Thor 169 and the 134 was the slabs that were all in that lot. He got it for a great deal. It was like $230. I had a giveaway as well. So he didn't win it. Baki was close, but the ultimate winner was a guy who was a new guy, purchased a lot of stuff. So he's getting that 1 in 100 Department of Truth. I actually was thinking about keeping it in this, keeping it and getting it signed. But decided not to, just to do it as a giveaway. I need to do my giveaway for my channel from last month. So I need to do that. I have a slab that I'm going to give away next month. So we got a slab for, well, not next month, but this month for September, October. I got one slab. I'll try to get to make it two slabs so a person can win two slabs. So I got one slab for next month, and I need to do that giveaway. But appreciate it, Bakers. It's a nice lot of books. Yes, it was. It was a good little lot. Can't complain. Good little lot. So, but yeah, it was a good little sale, man. It was a lot of fun. I think Sam said he's going to try to do it bi-monthly. So since we did it September 1st, so you probably won't see another one until October, I'm assuming. Or November? Maybe October. Not sure. sure when he's gonna do the next one, but it's a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. I'll be loaded up next time we do it again. Sending some books. Got some books that are going to get pressed and clean and get pressed and clean and go to CGC. So I will have more for next time. Kind of been in a slow process of selling, some bigger stuff and kind of like just not really buying collections. Slow down my buying, slow down my submissions even more because I slowed down my buying. So yeah, I got that. That's Revolution. We're gonna do the slab. I wish I had some more. So I ordered some more of these. I thought I had more. Ordered some more of these. So it's gonna be see how I'm gonna do that. I thought I had more. Looks like I don't have more. Let's do the slab. But if I have some guests pop up with me, I'll might go look for some more. I got more in the garage. We'll see. The slab's packed up. I don't have a bag for that one. That'll be all right. So how's everybody's weekend going? I just finished watching Jack Ryan. It's at the final season. It kind of left it open where it still could have more Jack Ryans, but it's I guess I'm assuming it's going to be the real final season. But I would love to see more Jack Ryan, Tom Clancy Jack Ryan on Amazon. Really enjoy it. What's up, M&E? What's going on, M&E? What is up? So he says, so I have an offer from an eBay seller, a X-Men 11 9.8. Ooh, Pressman variant. I think another grand is fair. Your thoughts? I don't know anything about Pressman's or pricing on Pressman's, so you got me there. But if you feel, Michael, under 1,000 is where you think is a good deal or fair and where you need to be. If he sent you for 1,075, send them either a counter or message them and say, hey, I want this book. I want you to sell this book, but I think I need to be at 9. Tell them like 980. There you go. Chris is in the background. He's waving his hands like he doesn't care. Wave my hands like you just don't care. What's up?
Not too much. I have this to say about Pressman. Pressman hurt people, and he doesn't deserve. When you deal with Pressman, you're pressing your luck. I'm just joking. I say, if you feel like that office fair, do what you got to do, man, because it's one of those things where that seems like a decent price for that book. I know that is as far as the X-Men, the was it Jim Lee second wave thing. That's one of the books that people look for. So I say get that money if you can.
Well, I think he's looking to buy it.
Oh, you're gonna buy it? Well then.
He said, he said, so I have an offer from an eBay seller. Yeah, seller. So I'm guessing he's the buyer.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I said try to get a little bit cheaper if you know where you want to be at. I would message him first. I would if you got the money, Michael. This is what I actually like to do. If you have the money ready, and you want to pay as long as it's under 1,000. Message them and say, hey, man, I appreciate the offer at 1,075. I have the money, but I have to be under 1,000 with the taxes and stuff like that. And like I said, send them and I can pay immediately. Use that word too. I can pay immediately and say I need to be at $975. Tell them something like that. There you go. That gives you a little leeway. Your tax is going to bring you above 1,000, and but at least you have that like $25 under, and then it's $100 more you're saving. That's what I would do.
That's actually, I think, a good idea too. If you let them know that you're gonna pay, that you're ready to go, you can pay right then and there. that might go a long way into getting that sale done. Just because a lot of times, I think that people may, see an offer and be like, nope, I'm staying firm with this thing. Just because if you tell them that you can pay right then and there, though, that might make people, a little bit more apt to take that rather than thinking that, okay, so all right, I give you this offer, and then what are you gonna pay me in a week or something like that? When's it coming down? So,
because you can wait. I forgot how many days you can wait to pay. It's like 5 days.
I think you get 3 days total on eBay.
Three business days though. So actually he could actually do it and be like he doesn't have to pay till like Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. If you do it today, if you were to do it today, because it's not an actual business day, and you are just kind of hanging about, especially with it being a long weekend, yeah, it would be so today is not considered a business day. Neither is Sunday, neither is Monday. So then your first business day would be Tuesday. Then you'd have Wednesday and then potentially Thursday. So that's a tough one there. But if it's a book you want, and you want to make a move on it, why not? I mean, because in the end of it all, I think that a lot of people, you sometimes you have to break through and figure out what it is that people are willing to, like whether they really want to sell it. And that's how you'll end up finding it out too. If it's something the guy really wants to sell, or if he's just putting it up there to see what he can get. Because there's a huge difference in that. Like some people don't want to sell things, so they put things at high prices just because, or they'll put things at a certain price, hoping that if they're gonna let it go, fine, I can let it go for this.
They just know what's up. People when they post stuff too, they know. Like me, I have an eBay page. I don't use it as much, but when I do use it, books I post on there I want to sell. So yeah, if you send me a reasonable offer, I'm probably going to take it because I want to sell those books because I don't like using eBay. So it's a lot of different factors you got to think about who the person's who's the seller.
Yeah, and then there's also a lot of things like that too, where you have just in general, people will go back and they'll look at told list and stuff like that. So I'll never forget one guy that I had offer back and forth exchange with, and so his whole deal was that he had it was a book that he wanted to do certain price or best offer. So of course I messaged him what I thought the best offer would be to me, and he was just like I'm kind of floored that you asked for less, but the price is the price. And I was like, "But you have best offer." So I was trying to, figuring that we can negotiate on the price that I think is more fair. Oh no! See, the best offer thing is for you. That doesn't mean that you go down on the price. That means that you can send me an offer that's really going to wow me if you really want to. Meaning that, in his mind, the best offer is okay. So this book is $100 or best offer. So the best offer is the one that's well above $100 that makes me go, holy shit, I gotta sell this. And I went back with him. I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense.
So he didn't understand. It sounded like he didn't understand how that worked.
Well, I explained it to him. I was like, I said that, and I said the exact thing that I'm saying right now. I was like, okay, so you're saying that the only way that you do best offer is for somebody to go above the actual initial price that you had set. Yeah. What sense does that make? I said, when it comes down to it, if that's what you're looking for a best offer, I can buy it right now for $100. I was like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I'm looking at the actual current sales of this book and a bunch of other stuff, and I gave him a bunch of information on it. I was like, it's going for this much. If you want to sell it, that's fine. If you want to, sell it to me and get it gone, this is my offer. If you don't, then best of luck to you. It'll be sitting here, and I'll talk to you in 3 months when you make the price go down. So, and it was just one of those things where it was like, we had a kind of, I didn't buy the book, but we actually kind of had a good back and forth. And he was like, whatever, buddy, we'll see who does. And I'm just like, okay. So, and then what happened was later on that day, I found the exact same book. It was the G.I. Joe 66 So Much Fun variant. 63 So Much Fun variant. And it was I think $50 cheaper. So I was like, yeah, I'll do that. That makes me happy. So it was just funny that like this dude was he was just strict. And then his thoughts on best offer really, really floored me. I never had anybody say that to me. I actually almost kind of respected him for saying it in that way, because it's like, I wouldn't have thought of that.
Oh, we got
Like,
somebody in
that's actually pretty good. I like that.
backstage. We
Like,
got another person backstage. He must be working. This guy must
Oh.
be working. This
Yup.
guy must.
he's got to be.
Yep. Certainly am.
Just sitting there, just
How you doing,
Nonstop.
sir? How you
smashing,
doing?
pressing.
Non-stop, man. Busy all the time.
Hey, that's good though, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be more worried if you weren't busy or people weren't buying stuff. That's why I always tell people the economy is not as bad as people. Some people try to say the economy is real bad. I say people spending money, people sending books to get pressed, people sending books to get graded, and guess what? People are traveling like maniacs.
Wow.
So
The thing- I mean,
somebody
people are
got
trying to
money. Somebody got money. It might not be us, but somebody got money.
No, but that
Right.
makes sense with traveling because people are trying to do that before school starts. Like, and school started for a lot of people, so that people are trying to get that last little bit of summer in. I mean, and,
Oh, yeah,
really,
yeah, like this
this is the
weekend
last
probably
actual
the
weekend
best.
that you have before anything goes. Because my daughter actually started school last Wednesday, so it's just like, But this is the last like weekend of, I guess you can call it like summer esque, vacations that you can get because there's not another long weekend until what? I think
Till
Columbus
November,
Day?
huh? Well,
Uh,
that depends on the. Well, we don't celebrate Columbus Day.
Yeah.
They call
Oh,
it
that's
a
what I'm
fall.
saying.
They call a fall break, but I don't think it's Columbus Day. Actually, they get 2
Indigenous-
days off. They
Indigenous
get 2
People
days. Well, they get 2 days. They don't even call it that. They call it a fall break for us because 2 days to get off. If we're not affected by any hurricanes.
Yeah. And then you have, I mean, but yeah, and like you say, like the next time after that point is like Veterans Day. And I mean, I know all the schools.
Veteran Day, and then it's like, well, then it's Thanksgiving. So.
Thanksgiving, yeah. So it's the year is really, I mean, it's 3 months left. It's not as, it doesn't sound like just because we just started September, it's like, oh, we got plenty of time left. It's only 3 months left. 3.5 months, you know what I mean? 3-4 months left of the year, and then 2024 is right around the corner. So it's not.
This year's going by pretty fast. This year's going by pretty fast.
For me, it does. I don't think it went by so much fast. It's just one of those deals where it's just like I think that summer moved a little quicker than I expected it to, but that's because for me for work, like we get really busy in the summer, so it's just like you stop paying attention to days just because it's like okay, everything's just so busy all the time. So funny enough is that for my work, it's just like the winter, everything kind of slows down a little more. So that seems to take a little bit longer. But once you get to about, I would say for me, once I get conscious of time again, it is right around like March or so. And it's like okay, cool, because then that's when things will start to ramp up with work a little bit, just because you're halfway through the spring semester, and then there's commencement. And once you get to commencement, it's the end of May, and then that's summer again, just about.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm trying to figure out how I would do this next package, man. Baki purchased 2 magazine slabs.
Oh,
and 2 regular slabs.
well, here's what you do: you tell him local pickup only. Let's go.
Baki's in Georgia, man. Baki's in Georgia.
That's not far.
It's in
Closer than
Georgia.
Massachusetts is. Shit.
I got a box for
Get in the
it.
car. Take a weekend trip. It's Labor Day
I gotta
weekend.
get the
Drive
box.
to Louisiana.
Oh, I got a box for it. I just gotta get the box. I thought I had it right here, but I don't.
That's what I
Oh,
say.
I
I
need
say.
the box, right?
Make him drive.
All right. All right, let's see. I got one of them CGC boxes.
Yeah.
Like
That's gonna be for my CDC.
One of these. Because the magazines will fit good in this type of box.
Yeah.
They're really too tight for my comfort in a medium box or anything like that.
I'm kind of depressed on that end with my trip.
Depressed.
Yeah, they're not gonna come. My Terrificon books are not gonna get back for a while. I know that. just because of this, the thing with the shutdown, the hurricane, and everything like that. It's just like, well, they're in the pressing status, and I'm like, oh great. So they haven't even they haven't even graded this damn thing yet. That's
I sold the Star Lord 9.4. That's gone. That's gone. The magazine and the Vampirella.
nice.
So, can't put these in any special bubble wrap, but it's bubble wrap them up.
Yeah. Makes me wonder sometimes. Too.
Well, what's good about it, Baki and the other guy who bought from me, Baki's in Georgia, the other guy's in Florida, so I can like, if you ever ship enough stuff, you realize that certain states that ship from you are relatively inexpensive when you use the weighted boxes. So I'll be able to send, weighted boxes, even if I had to package 2 boxes for them. It still might be cheaper than it would be if they lived in like California or something, or New York.
Well, I think it's strange to me because I don't really know too much of anything being necessarily cheaper per se. Like I've never really shipped up. As far as I've never shipped, around my area. I've only ever shipped to like let's see, like New York and out west. That's the only people that have actually really ever bought to me is New York, New Jersey, and I'm pretty sure like California. I've seen a couple of things that way. So
yeah, it's all about zones. The zones, the post office, or whatever it goes to. So you sending something to New York is like probably so cheap. But like, what's crazy? Yeah. Like if you send something to California, I don't know if it's for everybody, but I know when I send stuff to California, it gets there like in 2 days.
Wow, I have something coming from California, and it's not taking 2 days. It's
I said send when I send something.
Yeah, no. So it's on its way from California, and I guess something's going on with the mail once they hit Ohio. Once they hit Ohio, it hit a dead stop. So it's just chilling in Cincinnati right now, and it's been there for about 2 days. But the
Punch, we are not selling nothing, Punch. I am packing. I got enough stuff to pack up to worry about selling stuff. Well, Dustin might sell something, but he's working.
Yeah. So that package is supposed to be. The estimated was on Wednesday, but I think it was only sent out on like Monday. So I was like, that's a little bit too quickly. So I'm just just waiting on it. I just track it and see what happens.
So I closed down. I started a waiting list. Now I have to close down the waiting list. Because I had like 15 people hit me up, and I'm like, all right, I can't have like 35 people on a waiting list. Otherwise, it's just like, well, all right, I'm appointment only now.
You'll be like your boy, this guy I used to use, like this before, like Erod and all that stuff. This dude Avery Presson.
Yeah, he's like 6-8 months behind right now.
Yeah, he does great work. Like he does great work. The problem is, like you said, he does such good work that he's so far behind.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go down that route. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing to keep from having to be. I don't want to hold people's books for months and months on end. So
yeah. When Avery got like that, I've been said he should have shut down. Like and he's still taking stuff in, and I'm like, man, there's no way I would send you any books, and you send updates saying I just started on May's books, and you're like, wait, September. It's like, what the fuck?
The stuff I need to send you, as long as it can be back by like the 3rd week in October, I'll be fine, because that convention's at the beginning of November. So
I might show off some of the stuff that I'm sending you. He said, "Yeah, you don't want to be like Yahweh either."
Well, I think
for so many reasons.
Well, the thing that's funny is that I actually watched. I I watched a guy who was doing some restoration on YouTube, and watched him doing, I guess, a series of books that he was doing like deep cleans on with his Golden Age books, and they were like, really just, like very heavy books, and trying to put staples back together and all the rest of that type of jazz. And it was like, I mean, there was a lot that went into it, and watching him go through it all, I was like, wow, man.
It takes time.
Yeah.
Especially if I have to mess with staples, like that's extra.
Yeah. No, he was
because that's
like,
going beyond the press on the clean, you know. So like,
yeah. He was going like I mean, he was just really into it. You could tell it was his book, it wasn't somebody else's. So it was just like, you know, it was just really, really like interesting to see how he was doing it. I was just like never. And I mean, just I've never actually watched somebody go through that. I just wanted to see like, oh, like, you know, if you have a, like, you know, just dirty ass color, or like if you have like water damage or something like that like stain that come out. And the answer, I guess, is yes. It's just you just have to really, really be meticulous and careful of how you do it, because even if you get those stains out, you know, if you are not careful, you end up losing color from the book, and then losing, you know, quality. So it's really,
yeah,
really
sometimes
cool.
it's a sometimes you got to pick and choose too. It's like, you know, do you want to? We're gonna end up losing some of your color here, but the book will grade higher because you don't have this massive stain here. You're just gonna lose color in this small portion of it where it's the darkest, or, you know, you just leave it. So
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta make a choice, and sometimes it's just not worth messing with it.
So he showed one book, and I forget what it was. It was a Golden Age book, and he showed it, and he said that, like, I guess back in the Golden Age, to get red in the printing process, they would basically use, I guess they said like something like rust or something like that. It was like it would be like something that's like oxidized. So when you put the I forget exactly what he used. I think it was some type of chemical he used that was supposed to like you know, basically deoxidize, you know, the page or whatever like that. And when he used that, he's like, I lost all the red out of the entire thing. He's like, I had no idea, and like, I didn't realize that was gonna happen. So I was just like, you know, just sitting back and being like, wow, like that's crazy. But he's sitting there like Breaking Bad, just like mixing shit together and being like, yep, this is there. And, you know, and he has his like UV light box and all the rest of this type of stuff. And I'm just like so involved. I don't think I'm glad I never got into any of that type of stuff, because it's like I don't know when I'd have all the time to do all that. It's just so much.
Yeah, I just got a UV box, but I'm never going to open that up to customers just because there's too much risk involved and too many issues that would come up with customer books. I got it to use on my books, so.
Yeah.
But
you never know. CGC could do like they did me and be like, say the book's restored when it's not restored.
Well, that just is that is chalked up to the person doing it not knowing when to stop. It gets to a point where you've whitened the book so much that it's obvious, and if you can't do it without it being noticeable, you shouldn't do it, because it can't be something that's noticeable. Otherwise it's going to get hit, get caught. So it's all smoke and mirrors. What can you hide?
It's really interesting. It's really interesting stuff. I'll say that much. And I think that you know, it's something that I guess a lot of people don't. You know, I mean, I would say to anybody, like, if you ever curious about how pressing goes, and I'm not going to sit there and say like, you know, this one's better than that one, because I really don't know. But I think that if you're just kind of curious, just watch some videos about it. It's pretty interesting stuff, the stuff that they do, and it really is, you know, more than what people think. Where it's just like, oh, you just throw it in a hot press and, you know, take it like put it in the oven, you know, for a little bit, take it off, and everything's good. It's like, no, there's a lot that goes into it. Like, that's just one piece of it. Like, there's just so much more that like really makes pressing a process, and it makes you kind of, I think, respect the time that people put into it, because I think a lot of people just think it's, yep, you just sit there, just, you know, do like that, you have the press, and then you're all set. It's like, nope. Like, oh, it's just like pressing t-shirts. Like, not even close. Not even close.
No, there's a lot that goes into it for sure.
Yeah.
Dolphy.
So much that I know I would I should never be trusted to do it myself. I will.
Me, I just don't have the. I don't have the time in the room, so it's more so the room than anything.
I don't have the time, the room, and I also know that there would be a bunch of blooper reel material, so it'd be like I would be scared to death to press an actual good book. I did. Here you go, free comic book day book that no one cares about. Here, or even the those Marvel preview magazines. Here, go ahead and press some of those and see how they come out. Because real books, this is like, yep, don't give those to me, press.
Dollar bin books.
I think even some of those might be like nope, these are too valuable for my hands. The skill that I have right now. Kind of fucking give me 50% book.
Yeah. If I had the room and the time, I probably would do it. It's not worth my hassle. I just send it off and pay somebody.
Yeah. So there's a shop near me that is having a sale next weekend, all weekend. But no, the problem with them though is that they price everything super high. So it's like, it's like this, all the comics are gonna be half off, and everything that's on that wall is overpriced. But I was to say everything. I would say 95% of what's on that wall is overpriced. So that the half off is you're paying. I think even still, I know
half off is gonna be null and void because it's so high.
Well, no, not even the half. I mean, the half off is fine. It's just that, but you're still paying higher than what we should. Like, there's one, was it Astonishing Tales? I think it's like 29 or 19, whatever it is. The Guardian's reprint. He's got that on the wall for $100. Like, that is not $100 book.
The reprint?
Yeah, that is not $100 book. I don't care that it came out in 1975. I don't care if it's the first reprint.
I'll be lucky if it's a
Guardian. You're out of your mind.
Yeah, that's
so, like, I would never pay $50 for that book. Way too expensive. And I don't even know if it's like, you can't tell from the picture if it's in good shape or not because it's up on the wall already. So it's just like, but there's a bunch of stuff like this that's like that. What do you have? Another book that he had was like, that Wolverine 88. He's got that on there, and I'm like, that's not $100 book. Like, as much as people want to be like, it's a big book, it's not a $50 book. Like, I can't bring myself to pay that kind of money for it because the ones that the one that I had and sold I got for $5, and I think the other one I got for $5 like way long time ago. So it's just like I'm not paying $50 for that book. It's crazy.
Man, $50, man. Get it.
He does have some decently priced stuff though, but the problem is that that's just going to be what's off the wall already because I already know. Like that he had the first appearance of Evil Ernie. They went to. I got to that shop as quickly as I could, which is maybe like I want to say a half hour after going because I think somebody told him like, oh, you get the first appearance of Evil Ernie on the wall, and I think he only wanted like $150 for it, and I was like, dude, that's like a $400 book. I was like, I will take that shit all day. If it was in good shape, get that crap graded, and then sell it for way more. But nope.
You don't sell anything, so
certain stuff I would. That I 100% would. I'll tell you right now, that would be a book I would do. I would do exactly what it is. I would do that book
for a bump on that Doctor Strange #1, Dustin. Somebody asked a question. Somebody said, "Are you hoping for a bump in that Doctor Strange 1?"
Well, it's a 9.2. It might hit a 9.4.
Those what I've noticed with the older they were actually really lenient back then.
Yeah, sometimes it's really hit or miss because I've seen a bunch where they were very overgraded, and then I've seen a bunch that they were undergraded. But the biggest upside on the older labels is there's a lot more of those that weren't pressed or cleaned than the newer labels. So, but they definitely did not grade as tough then as they do now. And like this one, you know, I'm looking at this, and they killed this corner when they put it in the inner well.
Yeah.
It's like almost to the point of being torn, and it's got a small little dog ear. CDC's gotten really bad lately about how they're encapsulating books too. They're squeezing books in these inner wells that are too small for them, or they'll put the inner wells not cut down enough for the slab they're putting it in, so it's bowed inside the case.
Or they don't put the inner well. They don't put the. I don't know if it's the book in the inner or seal the inner well. It could be like this. It could be like this. Look at this one.
Oh yeah, it's like falling out of it almost.
Yeah, it's all the way at the bottom. So I already messaged him about it. Actually, I have to say, customer service, great. The lady gave me about $50 of credit to get this book fixed because she looked up the date. I told her the stuff, and she gave me like $20 to get it. You know, $20 for shipping, and it was like $10 for something else.
What's up, Chef Harris? Yeah, like this is my old label one, and I know this hasn't been pressed. I can tell you. Where is it? Down. So sorry. Where is it? Down. Stop it. It's not doing. It's not focusing right. But I'm trying to see if I can find it. It doesn't like this, but like you can tell like it's a little bit off center there, and then the back. I'm gonna see if I can.
Back's probably dirty.
A little bit, but I wanted to say like yeah. See, it's tough because it doesn't like the light. Here, hold on, let me see if I put the light on. If that'll help. So it's like definitely got stuff that can be pressed out of there. So like when I bought this, and it was cheap too. I was just like, I definitely could get this pressed and maybe be a little bit better of a grade than this, but in the end of it all, it was nicer than the one I had. I will buy that. So at some point, I'll get that cracked and then sent over. But actually, another thing I've been kind of thinking of is potentially looking into more of the PGX books. Not because I like PGX labs, but I do think that there's books that are graded as a PGX book that, if you have a good candidate, you could probably take them out of that PGX lab and get them regraded, regrade them. And
I know somebody who did that with a Walking Dead 1 and turned out to be 9.8.
I paid $1,200 for a 9.6 PGX. The black label hit a 9.8 on that son bitch too, boy.
What you did with that book? You still got it?
Yeah, that's a keeper forever.
Oh man, I thought TMNT was keeper forever. You be selling them things like.
When I get my first print, then I'm gonna rebuild it all. Them things have just gotten enticingly too close to a price range that I can get.
What's funny to me is, if I had gotten an Evil Ernie book, I tell you right now, that's 100% a book that I would have shown on the hunt once and then definitely sent off to get graded, and then and showed it when it came back from being graded, and then like, all right, now it's on sale because I don't care about Evil Ernie. I just know that it's a book that a lot of people would want to have in their collection because there's a lot of Evil Ernie fans out there. So
the Evil Ernie 1 or the Malibu Sun?
Evil Ernie 1.
Yeah, I mean people do the same thing with Evil Ernie they do with the Malibu Sun. I guess it predates it, and it's like doesn't count in my book for my collection. But
I had a little bit of there's a guy on Instagram that talks about that stuff a lot, and I had usually I just read stuff and I'm like, whatever, dude. But then he was commenting about he posted somebody's making these Marvel card, but they're like motion card animations of the old Marvel cards. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And so he's like, see, it says right here that it's Amazing Spider-Man 299 is his first appearance. And then so, of course, that started everybody arguing about it and everything. And I just said my piece. I was like, you know what? I was like, 299 can be the first appearance all you want it to be. But 300 is the money book. It'll always be the money book. Nothing's going to change that. Even if they go ahead and say that $299 is his first appearance, it doesn't matter. Like, 300 has been established as the money book for so long, it doesn't matter. And his response to me was that he was sick and tired. He didn't care about value books anymore. He was just sick of all these expensive second appearances, and doesn't care about these things anymore. And he's all about the first appearance. And I was like, that's perfectly fine. You
But
show
that's-
me.
Yeah, people care about value, man. It's value in everything. Value when you buy a house. You
Oh, I know.
So
But
it's
he's-
like it's value in everything. Oh,
Well,
you got another
that's kind
sub. You got another sub, baby.
Woo! Yeah, 401.
Hey, Chef Harris, sub up our buddy Kyle if you haven't. Let's see if I can find. I gotta find Kyle stuff.
Yeah, he was at what, $9.95 on Wednesday.
Yeah, he's close, man. He's getting close. Let's see.
He just bought a Magneto helmet too.
Yeah, actually that helmet looks
He's
cool.
got an actual Magneto helmet. I was like, that's awesome.
I was like, look at this dude, man. And it fits perfect. He's at 996. 9 hours shared. I'm a shared Chef Harris and anybody else
There it is.
who's here. But yeah, he needs 4 more to reach 1,000.
That's awesome.
4 more, man. He's been added for a little while now. So
But yeah, what was funny is that like the
you see that?
yeah.
There he is. Look, the uncanny Kyle Walker, 996.
And that picture of him, he can actually recreate that in
Yeah,
real life.
he can actually
Has a
recreate the
Magneto
picture
helmet.
now. He can actually
He's got
recreate
an
the
actual
picture now.
Magneto helmet.
But yeah, he's at 996. So anybody who's here, the couple people watching, if you are not subbed to him, sub him up, man, because he's out on the town. He's out in the city, and he said he'll try to pop on if he's back and we're still around. Because he's like, man, I guess he's been fiending to like chat and show stuff he's gotten.
Yeah.
So
it's been a while. That's okay.
yeah, so he's but he's out in the city. But yeah, sub him up, man. We can get him to 1,000 when he comes back home. He probably be so happy.
There he is. She's 997 now.
997.
But yeah.
There you go. I'm almost done my packaging. Well, this thing is heavy. Jesus Christ.
But that dude's argument. That dude's argument. I mean, basically, his whole thing is that he's just saying. I think he's just saying it to say it because, like, I want this, and it's like, okay, well, that's just, I guess, that's been the stick of his page for a while, where it's just like, this isn't the first appearance, this one is, and this isn't that, and it's just like, okay, so if you don't care, that's fine. I mean, and everybody collects differently. Like, I have no problem with that. I just kind of look at it where it's just like, if you don't care about that, that's fine. But I just know that for me, like, I struggled to get myself a 300 for a long time, and I know for me to get a 299 is going to be much, much easier. To the point where I would probably even maybe go so far as to say, you know what, I might not even worry about buying a Spider-Man 299 unless it's a 9.8, just because I think I can get it so much easier. And if I can't, then that's fine. I'll find one eventually and do my best.
I gotta find one that's signed by Todd McFarlane and graded.
Well, see, that shouldn't be too much of a hard task to do. I think there's got to be people that sent them into that last signing. And
yeah,
to me,
I had one sent it. That's why I gotta buy one, because I sent one in for one of my customers, and it was signed, it was graded, and it went into quality control, and it sat there for 7 months. And they, after calling them every single week, they finally just said, "Okay, we lost that." So they gave me $100 for the book and recredited the grading fees.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, well, that book is, when I sent it in, was, had certain value, but once Todd signed it, the value changed. So you're just okay.
I sent you an invite, Jigs, if you want to join. What's up, Jigs? So if you want to join.
So I told the guys, like, I said, don't worry, buddy. I'll find you one, and I'll take the money you spent on having it submitted and Todd signing it. I'll add whatever needs to be added to it, and I'll find you one. So
Dr. Doom 5 on Elite Comics 11, Elite of the Day, just dropped for $37.50. 2.0 Gen 2 label.
You talking about Fantastic Four number 5?
Yeah,
That's not
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Oh, you said Dr. Doom Pie. That's why I was curious. I was like, wait a minute.
I'm sorry. I don't know what else. I was just so shocked on the price. My last one. Woo.
Nice.
I got that. That was a San Diego Con exclusive.
Now that's a book that I won't never let go of. My
Which
ash
one?
can. I still got. I
Oh,
won't.
the ass can. Yeah, I still can't believe we both got Dynates on that.
I know. Awesome.
That was probably one of my favorite unboxings.
I want to get one of those Gem Mint 10 number of the Ronin number ones.
I got a 9.9 of the thank you variant. So
yeah, I saw that. That was cool.
I'm pretty happy with that one. But
because that issue number one is probably one of the best stories in a single issue I've ever read. That they could not have made that issue more perfect.
That could actually be just a whole movie by itself.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious when it comes to when it comes to Todd McFarlane, because it seems like he does those signings like annually now. It seems like at least once he does them. So I don't think he's
gonna do it for a while. I don't think he's. You know why? He complained about it because he literally had to go to Florida 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah.
Plus all the ones he signed at New York Comic Con that they drove up there.
Oh yeah. So it was actually 4 times because they took probably a long box of books from the sign in New York. That's why some people got their books like before the deadline.
Yeah.
So he's probably not going to be doing that for a while just because it was such a pain. It was too much. So I don't think he's going to do it for a while. I wouldn't expect one for the next 5 years.
Yeah. Well, the rough part too is that like if you have
Bleeker in the house.
Oh, how you doing, boys?
What's up, man?
7 pounds.
I was like, well, when I met him a couple years ago at the Boston show, you weren't able to get stuff witnessed. Like it was just like, nope, he's not doing any witnessing. Just 2 books and.
But you know what's so crazy about that? He needs to just get off of that high horse. You know why? Because they have CBCS and they can verify.
Oh yeah, well that's what I did.
So get off the little high horse. You can't witness anything because I can go right there to CBCS and they're going to verify it. So stop it, Todd. Michael Baker says the best hair candidate has arrived.
That's it, baby. That's it.
We got hey Michael Baker, look, and me and Bleak are on the same page of this. Well, this is going to be the winner of the best hair. This is next year's winner of the best hair.
Yeah,
we're gonna run the tables for the hunt guys. They're gonna run the table. They didn't believe it when I said it that day, and Bleak said, "Yeah, show me your hair." He took it off. He's like,
"I'll grow me a damn mullet. I don't care."
Fuck yeah, buddy. Fuck yeah.
Oh, God. They didn't believe it. It's like, look, watch Chris's hair. He's like Thor.
It's long.
I don't want to brag or anything, but there's some hair there.
Yep. I could go for best old hair. I have some pictures of me with some braids, and my hair was as long as Chris's. My hair was long, man. That's some braids. Well, I was
there we go.
Back in the day.
For all who don't believe, yes, I have long hair. Now we're back.
Yeah, I gotta.
Actually, do you know what actually inspired me to do that? Like, because I had long hair like this a long time ago, and
did you have like long hair and you cut it like? Because I think you went through a process with it since I've known you.
No. So my hair, I haven't let my hair grow this long in a long time, but my hair started to get long, and my wife used to be like, "You need to cut that." My wife was like, now let's go. It's like, okay. But like, a long time ago, I had really long hair, and I initially grew it out because of that movie, The Last Samurai. I was like, because there was that one samurai that was within their group that had long hair. This looks cool. I should grow my hair out long like that. So that's why I did it initially. And then this is all just a result of basically when everything shut down, it was like, oh, well, you can't go anywhere to get it cut. And I'm not going to cut it myself because I can't cut hair. So, and now it just lives here now. That's where it is. Because I don't want to go into a barber shop because I'm sure they're gonna sit there and be like, oh, like, well, it's gonna be at least $250 to cut that thing. Like, I'm not paying that kind of money. I'll just let it grow.
Just go to a fucking Magic Cuts. You'll be fine, buddy. Fucking.
I don't want to go. Well, that's it. No, because
$15.
The last time I got it cut and it was real long like that, they got all mad and like, you know how much we got? Did you see how much we had to clean because of you? I'm like, well, you're the one that said, come on in.
Tell those assholes to stop being assholes. That's their job. Cut my fucking hair.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, and I said to him, I was like, oh, really? I was like, well, you know, if you're into like donating hair or whatever you do, like, I just gave you a whole bunch of donation right there. How many wigs you can make with this?
Any barber that doesn't donate hair at this point is an asshole. Come on.
Yeah. They got wigs forever. I just gave you about 7 wigs off of my head.
Off of your head for sure. Look at that fucking mane. Jesus Christ.
Sold the Uncle Scrooge last night.
Sold Scrooge, eh?
Scrooge got sold last night. I'll get a higher grade.
You went on the whale auction for
yes.
For Cookie Shop or whatever?
Yeah, it was very good actually. Very good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if anybody didn't sell something.
Me.
No, I bought something from you.
Oh, that's right. I sold one. That's right. That's right.
See, I'm trying to say it. See, I'm trying to tell you. I think everybody sold something, at least something.
Did Sean finally sell something?
I thought he sold something like on the DMs, but I don't know.
Oh, okay. I know at one point I hit him up before I got on, and I was like, "Hey, man, how's it looking?" He said, "People are buying." He said, "Not for me, but he said there's people buying."
People are being strategic, which we are doing the same as well. When we're buying stuff. You buy stuff first off you want. You're buying stuff that you need, or in my case as well, I add this one for myself: is I buy stuff that if I don't want or don't need, that I can invest in, I could roll over to something I do want and need. Yeah. So it's like, if a lot of people aren't doing the third option. I would say I think I know us four probably do the third option, but a lot of those people who are buying last night usually are doing like the first two: something I want, something I need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
or something I can trade real quick to get something I want or need.
That too. Yeah.
I know for me, I've been just I haven't really bought anything just because I'm trying to make sure that I'm all set for when that convention happens in November, that I can have enough money for the signatures I'm going to get, and then the stuff that I'm going to send out to get graded, because I just don't want to end up overextending. But the other thing is that too, I'm also kind of keeping an eye on some things just to see how things are going, just because everything has a sliding scale as to how value goes and everything. So but I'm just trying to see if I kind of think I see, and I want to see if this is something that when I first started paying attention at the beginning of this year, I want to see if it is just the trend. So at least now it's a pattern. I want to see if it's an actual trend. And if it is, then I have a different way that I'm going to be trying to pick some stuff up, because I feel like, there's definitely a method to buying. And I think that timing is everything when it comes down to it. If this ends up being, if my pattern that I'm seeing is the actual trend. So
buy every number 3 from Donny Cates.
No. Just in terms of like just how comics how comic prices kind of go throughout the year, and of course there's different things that influence different things. Of course, you know what I mean. But I just want to see if this is the actual, like what I saw at the beginning of this year. I want to see if it happens again.
Dustin, are you going to be at Heroes Con selling this year or next year?
I'll be at the show. I don't know if I'll have anything on the wall at our booth for sale, but I'll be at the show for sure.
Well, that's a year from now. He'll have stuff for sale.
Did that Maximum Carnage note come back yet?
I haven't even seen it yet.
Oh, I thought you did.
I haven't even seen it.
Didn't you see the sign on his fucking shop? fucking closed, buddy. Shit's
I know
fucking-
that.
Close.
I was
Close
here.
it. And he,
That's-
he closed the standby line.
Stand by, fucking. We are closed.
No, it's a book that's on my list, but it's also a book it's so funny and stupid at the same time because it's a book that when you think about it, like if you look at it, they were giving it away at one point, and then nobody. I mean, I would say nobody, but like people who got it, and then
Still two
the
books
regular
off
masses,
that-
it just kind of falls out of falls up the earth, and now you can't find them, and it's tough to get.
All right.
So,
What's up, Callie?
you
So
doing,
these are
Callie?
two books. These are two books I'm sending
ooh,
Dustin
I have that. I don't know where I put it.
for a little CPR because this is a 9.8. I don't care what anybody says. So, and this is actually one of the probably the only America Chavez book that actually held value.
I'm looking.
So-
I'm looking for the first, like, obviously not the 1 in 25 or whatever that is, but
It's a 1 in 10.
yeah, I'm looking for just the number one of that. I still want that book.
I think
So,
there was one that went on that most recent Comic Link auction for like $300 or something.
Yeah, they're down in a 9.8. Really.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
after. I
I'm an
think
idiot.
Chavez has legs, to be honest. I know it sounds weird, but whatever.
Well, she does. And I'm gonna send him this book.
on.
Sending him the Darth Vader 3 1 in I think
Oh, yeah.
25. Reason
Dr.
why
After.
I looked Dr. After. The reason why I looked this book over, and me and Dustin has had luck in the past with books with just color rub on the back.
Yeah.
And this is this book. If anybody knows the Darth Vader 3s, they all have color rub on the back. And it just depends on the grader, how he feels. If you're gonna get a 9.8, or you're gonna get something like this, a 9.4.
I sold my graded copy. I have another one. Maybe I'll
So
get that one. Fucking
I got
new.
dude, I got this for the price of the cover. Oh, I got this for less than the price of regular cover in a 9.8.
So I'm doing a holy fuck. I'm doing a cover battle. I'm doing a cover match against Roscoe this week, man.
Okay.
I haven't told him the cover challenge yet.
He just got some books back from CGC that I graded for him, so watch
Yeah.
out.
Well, he ain't gonna have nothing for this, so it's okay.
There you go.
We're gonna go black and white sketch variant covers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Roscoe. That's there it is, buddy. There's the challenge.
Yeah, he definitely didn't get anything in that category back from CGC.
Callie, you're more than welcome to join. I put the thing in the hunt chat if you want to
The
join.
me
fiend
tell you-
himself.
Yeah, if you want
Oh.
to join, I'll just leave, dude. No problem.
Damn.
Let me tell you something, Lee.
Hey.
Where is it? Is that all of them? For now, it looks like it. It's not all of them, but I know I have a couple of those.
Well, I didn't battle you with black and white sketch variants. Relax.
Yeah, don't do
bud. Obviously, I know what you got. I know what you got in your collection. I'm nobody's fool.
Almost everything.
What do you think?
No.
What do you think I'm going to choose for Roscoe? TV covers? Come on.
Cartoon books.
Cartoon TV books. Not
Like
having
this.
them, bro.
I don't have to show you them. I don't have to even show like the front of them. I just say like this. Now you said black and white sketch variants, so
Yes.
These are all sketch variants, sort of, and
I'll take the
They're
one in
all
the take the one in the middle. Take the one in the middle, please. First.
the one in the actually hold on. This is not.
I've got
Oh,
one that's really
oh.
good.
Hold on. No, well this one had color. I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't.
See, look at this bullshit.
Hold on. The one in the middle. So what do we got? The middle would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So number 4, I guess, would be the middle-ish. Yeah, Emma Kubert, Spider Gwen.
Boom! I win against that shit. That's garbage.
Oh yeah, beat the
I just
Deadpool.
shake my head.
Beat the Deadpool. Can you beat that?
Deadpool? Fucking Deadpool sucks. Get that shit out of here.
Yeah.
That
Beat
means
this
you can't
beta.
beat it. Hey, you can beat that one. You can beat that one.
I can beat Vader. Come on. I got
all he has is the people's eyebrow. That's all he's doing.
I got Vader on my arm, for Christ's sake. I got a tattoo of that guy.
when I do I'm in Iron Fist doing the handshake from Predator.
Iron Fist. Nobody even likes Iron Fist. Get that shit out of
Love
here.
Iron Fist.
Garbage.
They don't. You know why they don't? Because they got a 9.8 on Elite for like $4,000, and nobody wants it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Iron Fist can bite
Yeah,
it.
we'll do some else. You know what? I feel it needs to.
All right.
have a wraparound.
Thanos is pretty good. That was pretty good.
Yeah,
I'll give you that one. I'll give.
And then just for fun,
Callie said
fun.
Roscoe would draw his own.
Joe
That's dirty.
Rubenstein on there for you.
Roscoe doesn't have enough time to draw his own. I'm keeping. I haven't told him the category yet.
But yeah, that's just those ones for now. The other ones I got for this year, they all have what's it? They
I
all
don't know what I
have,
did with that one I have.
yeah. This technically should be black and white, but you actually
I
did red on
sold
it.
this
too.
one last night.
Red cover.
First Howard the Duck. And then
Nice.
9.4. It's gone.
I'll accept like one extra color on it if it's like just like for Flash. If it's for Flash, I'll accept an extra color.
Well, I mean, can't always have Flash like that. I mean, this is just Flash.
Extreme horror of the day.
That's too much Flash. That's too much.
Oh my god.
I mean, this is the ultimate Flash. This is actually, I love this one so much.
All right.
Savage
all right.
Wolverine.
Well,
Yeah,
I know our buddy CJ and maybe Callie are not sub to Kyle Walker, so I'm trying to get this guy, a friend of ours, me and Chris's friend, friends of ours. He's at 997.
Oh.
900. He was actually on the hunt before as wait, what is he? Ultimate
Warrior. The Dingo Warrior, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
Ultimate
the
Warrior.
Dingo Warrior. I remember Dingo.
Yeah. So like he's at 997. So if you guys,
he's got banger books too. He's no
crazy
joke.
stuff.
Yeah, he's no joke.
you got the whole freaking Dread run.
Yeah. Doesn't he have the first Dread?
X-Men, you cannot touch him.
Yeah.
You got the
he's
first
got a
Dread,
lot of shit.
first Death. There you go.
Yeah, it's gonna get signed by the voice cast of Independence of Dustin. It's gonna be signed by the voice cast of the Turtles, including April and Kevin Eastman. So
Right on.
Yeah. So
That's gonna cost some money.
Yeah. I mean, and then if I can get the Addams Family one, I'm still trying to see if I can meet Christina Ricci. So it's just like that's another one.
Oh, she doesn't cancel again.
Hopefully not. If she does, then
I was supposed to meet her ass in Dallas, and she canceled.
If she doesn't, then I get to sit there and say, "Hi, all right, don't be awkward, Hi, I think you're amazing. Hi, goodbye." Just because, like, I've thought that she's like.
Oh, Dustin,
amazing.
I saw the Brave and the Bold, Dustin.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right on.
Somebody DM me about it. I showed him my preview because it was like, the rounds were so long. And he was like,
Right.
I'm gonna try, because he had bought something from me, so he was trying to see what else I had. And I said, well, here's the stuff I had on the preview. If you see anything you like, just talk about it now before my round comes up, because I did show it in the preview, so anybody could have been like, hey.
Yep.
So he ended up buying those, and he ended up winning the free slab giveaway.
That's cool.
Journey, I'm just going on everybody's channel telling everybody about the best hair category that they should go vote for me, and that's all.
Yeah.
Just, making the rounds. I'm sorry you weren't invited to anybody else's channel today, but I'm
What's
very
up,
popular.
BJ? I mean, CJ.
Oh man. Don't ask him what's up. He doesn't like when people ask him how's he doing and what's up.
No, don't like that shit.
What do you need
He
to
and
know
I
how I'm
talked
doing?
about that at Hero. We talked about that at Heroes. We both kind of felt the same about it. Like,
Like, why do
you
know
don't
what's
really
going on?
care how I'm doing, so like, don't waste my time by asking and making me have to respond. Just say hey and leave it alone. Jesus.
You don't even care. You don't even care what's going on with me. So why are you asking me? That is very rude. I do not like it. Like he's funny. The way he goes off on some people sometimes.
I wish you would have had the video when he walked up to you because the story behind that's hilarious. I thought it was hilarious. When Journey walked up on you, Chris, he was like,
"Oh, in New Jersey,
Chris." He's like, "Chris."
Yeah. I had no idea.
And I can tell how your face, because you're like,
he does.
Well,
like who the hell is this guy?
Chris walked by him earlier. Like there was like where Journey was just filming, and there goes fucking Boston Chris just walks by. Ba-doop, 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 like fucking Boston is right there.
I've only ever seen his hands before, and then
you didn't recognize.
And then
so what you're saying is you didn't recognize his hands.
No.
See,
not New Jersey, but then in Terrificon, hilarious, the most funniest thing in the world. As soon as I walked, it was like the opposite. I was like, "Yeah, Journey." He's like, "Oh, Chris." I was like, "So it was funny." I recognized him right away in Terrificon, and then like.
But I bet you if you saw me in my hair, you'd be like, "Oh, there he is, right there. There's Bleecker right there." Like, you'd recognize me right away. That's all I'm saying.
That's different. But that was just funny. He was just like, he was just like. You gonna wait in that line? I was like, I guess we have to. He's like, I'm not waiting in that line. He's like, and then so I guess like he got in before me, so I can't sit there and be like, oh, like, he was full of shit. So he wasn't waiting in line. No, he got in before me, and he's like, I told the lady when I walked in, he's like, I'm not waiting in that. He said, and then she's like, well, like you have to wait in this. And he goes, he's like, see what it says on my shirt? Watch me, and he just walked by her and just walked right into the show.
He's something else, man. He's something else. I'll give you that. He's fucking.
Be surprised at how often that works.
He
You know why that works? Because a lot of people are non-confrontational. So
yeah,
they don't
man.
know, and then they don't know how crazy the person who's saying that is.
That's true. That's true.
Well, it was me and No Good Comics was sitting there talking to each other, and I was saying, I was joking with him. I was like, "What the hell is this shit?" I was like, "Do they know who we are? Like, why are we way back here like this? This is crazy." And that was on Friday. That was like that actual Friday. So then on Saturday, Otto did a live video, and he was just like, "Dude, he's like, this is the line. The line to get into the show on Saturday was absolutely just enormous. It went from the door all the way down." There's two hotels within the within Mohegan Sun, so it went past the windows all the way to the entrance of one hotel, and then went way past all the way out to the next entrance of the other hotel. It shit was fucking insane. I was like, that people that waited in the line, if you were in the end of that line, it was probably anywhere from a 2.5 hour to 3 hour wait to get in. That is nuts. I was like, I couldn't do that. I'd lose my mind.
If I don't know somebody that's got a booth set up that can get me into a show, I'm not going. I refuse to stand in the lines. Can't do it.
It was crazy. And it was just like, it was one of those things where it's just like, you kind of, when I saw people I knew that had press passes, I was like, see, that's where I made a mistake. Should have got a press pass and walk right in the fucking door.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm with the press.
That's what I do. That's what I do at the New Orleans Fan Expo in Dallas. I was like, yeah, you gotta go right in. They always feel played because they're like, oh, I need to scan your badge, and I'm like, pull in, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm good.
Lines up a suck. That's right. And I waited in my line. I did. I was trying to be good. But I should have went with Journey.
Journey's from New York, man. There's no fucking around. You gotta fucking go. You gotta go.
He's not wrong. Like, I will say that. Like that line was excessive. Like it really was. And it's like he's not wrong to be like, dude, this is stupid. Like, just because it really was. It's like, all right, so here's the VIP line. You gotta wait for all the VIPs to go in first, and then here goes your line. Then your line trickles in. It's just like, wait a minute. So and the reason why is because people from the VIP line are still going through the security. So it's just like, well, so you're adding more time to this. So, like, we can't get in the door because.
What is that, a Mark Jules or something?
They fight pirates in here. Just saying.
Yeah.
So what you trying to say? That's a book you're gonna get now?
He's getting that because they're pirates in it.
You're gonna get that book now because they're fighting pirates? Dead pirates?
Dustin's got a thing for pirates now. It's weird.
I just never. I mean, I've always liked it, but I never thought about looking for covers and comics with it in there until recently. So now I'm all over it.
I stand by my statement. It's weird.
Man thing is great. I have that somewhere. I don't know where I put it. I got it signed a few years ago, and I just don't know where I put it. And I got that book a long time ago for like super cheap. Now it's expensive. because
Nick
he was
Dustin
that
Big.
movie.
That's fucking awesome.
I'm sorry, I wasn't looking. I was trying
What
to pack
the
in
fuck's-
chat. That's
awesome.
Blackbeard, first Blackbeard or something. First Redbeard, and
That is a
And
wicked
signed by
name.
you.
Yeah, you signed it.
number 20. Yeah,
And
I know what book that is because I collect female characters. I know.
That's nice, man.
That's not his though. It's somebody else's.
Oh.
No, that's mine. I bought that at Heroes.
All right.
Awesome. I know what he
Fuck
might
yeah.
show on the tag match. All right.
I've been holding on to that one.
All right. I don't have nothing to play against it, but all right.
I see the Tony go like, all right, Tony, get him.
Like, Tony's gonna say you're showing that freaking
Looks like that crap with some pirates on the
step brother of Blackbeard, fucking Redbeard.
Yeah,
We're gonna let Big Tone take care of this one.
what are you showing me? Hey, leg Pete for jabroni. Nobody wants to see that wood leg freak. Now let me show you something good. Because you know that the Tone's legs ain't made out of wood. And here it is. Something like that.
Oh my god. I only have like that's so funny. I told Tone, I was like, I only have like 3 books of the tag match. And I think only one is a winner.
Yeah, Dustin, get your ass on there. You're fucking delaying tag match with them fucking assholes. Fucking
Well,
holy shit.
I had a tag partner, and then he got gout.
And fucking gout. He stayed off for gout. I went on with kidney stones. Fuck that guy. Get a
And
better
then
tag
the next time he was out of town.
Ah,
And then I had another partner lined up, and then he just kind of bailed completely, I guess, because I never heard back from him. So still on the hunt for a partner. I'll find one by Friday, though.
Oh.
Trying to get somebody to come back and tag with me, but
I
We'll
know.
see.
I see the baiting. I see the baiting.
we'll see.
It's always the way. Trying to get people to come out of retirement. Like, you know what? Just
All I know is that guy he's talking about never faced the big dog.
Oh boy.
So that's all I'm gonna say.
I even tried to get Chad.
Chad. Well, I was about to say something and I realized.
Tried to get Chad, but
Are you talking about the 90?
when he was
You trying to get that
on the
man
other
killed.
night, I was like, "Hey man, you need to bring your ass back to the show, dude."
Yeah, he's like, I haven't bought a book since, he got rid of me.
Since no, he hadn't bought a book since his first child was born.
I'm gonna pull that. Here's that Hulk 180.
He's like gonna pull all the books that he still has.
I haven't bought a book since the first Purge.
And he probably doesn't want to pull out the books because if his wife finds out he still has books that are actually worth money, she might kill his ass.
Ouch.
She might fucking
Look,
kill him.
you can't do this to me. I need something. I
And
can't,
then
I
she
can't-
might even kill him even more if she finds out they were worth more a year ago.
Oh,
what did he-
yeah. You didn't sell these in 2021. What the fuck?
He's like, wait, you could have sold this in 2021, save money. We could wait, put it like you could have rebought the book now and still
Yeah.
had like a couple of grand.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
How
I
dare
thought
you.
about that shit. I was like, man, we could have sold everything and rebought everything this year.
I hate when I think about what I
I'd
could.
have had the best collecting year ever because they'd be like, wait,
Could
could
have
have sold out. Suda had hold his whole collection in 2021, and now he's like, oh, the Turtles first print number 1, 9-2, all kind of.
Could
Yeah,
have,
but you
should
know
have,
what
and would have.
happens, though? If you had done that, could you think about it now? All right, so I sold it all in 2021. It would have been 2 years for you to get everything back. You would have been in agony.
No, I'll put it like this. I'd have spent all the money. before
Yeah,
I
your
got
money
it
be
done.
in the house, you're
Absolutely.
in your daughter.
Yeah, I'd have bought. No, we'd have bought 2 new cars.
Cars.
Straight up.
Yeah,
we'd have bought
exactly.
2 new
Like
cars.
you would have been, and then you would sit there and you'd look at that back shelf behind you, and you'd be like, "It's all gone. It's just all." Like,
One of you
that's
guys
what I
got
wonder sometimes. Because some people
a
be like,
guy
"I
who
can sell it
get
all
in
and
the
get it
dress.
back," and then you find out,
Strip him
it's like,
in
and then
front
you
of
do
the
it,
girl.
and then you're like, "I gotta go," you know what I mean? And sometimes I think it's more painful to try to buy all that stuff back again because it's like I had it here, like I didn't have like. And now it's gone. I can't get it back again. I mean, I can get it back. I just do. You want to go through all the,
Journey,
everything that
I want to say this: your character has fought men without having to be in a dress. Just want to put that out there. Your character you're playing has fought men in wrestling, and they weren't in dresses. So you can actually be on a show, Journey. Just get out of that little tweak of want people in a dress, because it's, I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's like Pornhub-ish. I don't know.
No, it is.
I'm not saying it bad. I want him on the show. That's why I'm trying to.
I know.
I'm trying to get him out of that mindset of the.
I feel like this. It is just stuff, Kelly. I agree with you. It's just stuff. The thing is, though, is just that it's not. What makes it tough is that if it's something that you've collected for a long time, like that you've had forever, it's very hard, I think, to try to go back into it. That's why I think some people will sell the collection and then be like, yeah, I want to pick up books again. And then it's just like, but then it's like tough for them to be like, all right, let me go ahead and.
It's just stuff, but it's just my stuff, man. It's my stuff.
That's the thing. It's my shit.
Yeah, you're right. It's just stuff, but it's my fucking stuff, and I love my stuff.
He said, "Don't dress shame. Don't dress shame. I'm not dress shame." Oh man, but yeah, I know what you got. That's why I haven't gotten a Hulk 181 again, because I know how many I had at one point in my life.
I know it's sad, right?
I've seen a bunch of them. I've never had one.
Now's the time. That book ain't worth nothing right now.
No, yeah.
But still, people they want too much for it. I wouldn't pay anybody. I wouldn't pay any of that money. And you want to go back to 2019 prices?
What is it about $6,000 for a 5.5 or something? 5.0?
It's less than that. You can get a 5.0 for under $4 for around $4 now.
That's not so bad.
Anytime you want to send me $4,000, I can. You know what? My birthday is January 1st. So if you want to, give me a wonderful birthday present, then you go ahead and spend that $4,000, and I'll say, hey, thank you.
My birthday is November.
I wish I did.
November 11th. So if you want to buy me one first,
your birthday's.
I'll tell y'all something that would probably make you feel differently about me. When I bought my Hulk 181. That's the one book I could not wait to get rid of. Like, I hated having that book. I hated how much I spent on it. And I was so happy when I finally got rid of it. And I will never buy another one.
You're right.
Just because
I do feel differently about you.
I bought it. I bought it because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna invest in one book. And I got a 181. And it was the most I'd ever spent on a book. And then the whole time I had it, I just wanted to get rid of it and get my money back. I was like, I don't even like having this much money in one book. I don't like it at all. And then when I finally got rid of it, I got basically what I paid for out of it. And I was like, yep, okay, I had one. I'm good. Don't never need another one.
No, I'm in no rush to get one just because my father-in-law has one, which is the strangest thing in the world. Like when I think about it, because like he has no, like the other comics he has are like just nothing books. I mean, like literally. Like nothing books at all, but he has that one book. It was the way that he.
Did you just say you're waiting on your father-in-law to die? You're like, I'm in no rush to get one. No. My father-in-law's got one.
No,
he's getting up there.
Who the hell knows if that's the thing. Who knows if I would even get it? You might already sold that crap by now. But
he's gonna give it to you. That's gonna be in the will to you. So.
We'll see.
Damn well better be.
He was funny though. And he had to have been sarcastic about it. He's like, he's gonna know if this is worth anything. He sent me a message. I was like, are you serious? I was like, where the fuck did you get that? Oh, I bought it like a long time ago. He's like, you had this whole time. He said nothing. I was like, I can't believe that you would buy that. That you would have something like that. Like I was like, what? And so then I said, I was like, oh, what other books do you have? And he told me the other books, and like it's like RoboCop books and stuff from like the 80s. And I'm like, oh. Okay, and he's like, yeah, I get the Star Trek book. That's pretty cool. And I was like, oh. I was like, so you have this one amazing book, and then just just other stuff that you just like. I can't be.
Yeah, man, you guys are noisy as fuck. Seriously.
Oh, yeah. People and their love for slab Mylars. Yeah, I hate them. They're loud as hell.
Some hard ASMR fucking shit going on.
Right?
Yeah. I don't really like I have some slab going on, but I'm not really
last time I had some was when Great Legend, when he was doing an auction, and he bought like 1,000 of them. So he was just selling some. He was like, I'm selling tonight. What I got to sell is slab Mylar.
Yeah. No. Well,
So I bought a whole
them.
bunch from him, and now I don't have any more now. But I bought a whole bunch from him.
Like I only have them because other people put their stuff in them, so that's it. Like I've never bought any Slab Milo. And then I remember, I think it was Evan had said something like, if you can't get that, then you would get Milo for like music sheets or something like that. Or I think it was either for that or magazines. It was something weird where he's like, yeah, it's a workaround. If they don't have this, then get sheet music Milo. He's like, and that's kind of a good workaround for. I was like, whatever you say.
Well, boys, I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta go eat something.
Oh, eat something.
Yeah, man, I've been online for a couple hours now. I've been neglecting my belly.
Well, we'll come back when you.
I will get back.
Yeah.
Peace, gentlemen. Have a great rest of your day.
Later, Gator.
Peace.
I'll be here. I'm still packing. Got one more package to package, so I am still going at it. What's up to 10 people watching, man? 10 people watching. I know 3 of you guys gotta be unsubbed to Uncanny Kyle Walker while I have a break of me packing. I'm gonna share again. I want to get my buddy Kyle to 1,000 subscribers. There he is. Uncanny Kyle Walker. He actually had a picture. We were just talking about this earlier. He can actually recreate the picture because he has the helmet now.
Yep.
He has the Magneto helmet. So I'll go to his channel, check him out. There he is. He has 332 videos. He has a good, like, if Journey's still here, he has a good banner. Journey, look at it. He has a good banner. It says Uncanny Kyle Walker. It's his comic book and action figure channel.
Yep.
And he has the subscribe, the little notification bell. So he has a good banner, has a good little picture. Because Journey was doing this reviews and stuff. So he has some good. I like the videos he's done lately with the CGC, kind of like the little pictures he's added for his videos that he's been doing lately. So I have liked that because you can see what you're watching before you watch it. I think he did a video 6 days ago, then he did a week ago, 2 weeks ago. He talked about his graded comic book collection, which is pretty cool. And he picked up the most recent book. He picked up an X-Men crossover key that he needed. So he's actually really close to completing his X-Men run. I think he needs 2 books, if I'm not mistaken. So there you go. Sub him up. Sub him up. It said, who that? Just one of your 7 accounts? Huh?
Yeah, just use one of your 7 accounts to sub.
I only have 1 account, and I'm too lazy to make another account. I didn't even know Lisa Noble was in here because she said later, Bleeker. Well, hello, Lisa.
Couching and Slouching.
Couch and South said he just subbed him up. Appreciate your Couch and Sausage. He says, I don't know this guy. I'll take a look. Yeah, well, he's from New Zealand. Yeah, he's from New Zealand. He's a big Judge Dredd and X-Men collector. I think he has the whole run of Judge Dredd, and he's 2 or 3 away from X-Men. So yeah.
And then he also has a big Doctor Who collector. He's got his action figure. Actually, it's funny too because when you saw his banner, I mentioned it. Like he's got a lot of action figures too, like a lot of Marvel Select figures, a lot of Star Wars figures too. Like he's got
original figures, like a bunch of stuff.
He's got a ton of stuff. So his actual his channel and his collection is actually really, really good. And then he also has a lot of the I guess that they're called IPC comics, that they're like English comics that are like almost like these newspaper ones, and basically he's got the what would I guess end up becoming G.I. Joe, which is battle action, and he's got all of those. He's got
he needs because they grade the drop his link. How do you do that?
Copy and paste it.
Okay, I think you can do it like this. I guess. What was I say? His Judge Dredd. I want to tell him his Judge Dredd. They grade that now, so he needs to send that in. The first appearance in the first appearance of Judge Death. He needs to send those in to get graded. I tell him because, that newspaper just being out in the open is gonna wither away. And he just needs to protect it. I know it's gonna cost him some money to do it or whatever, but it's gonna be worth it for him to keep it and preserve it. If he pops in later, I have to tell him dude, shoot, sell something to invest in saving those books because they're just the oxidation and everything else is gonna just killing that paper every day.
Yeah. Well, the thing that's crazy too is that the first.
Hey, I got to roll, guys.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Dustin. I'll have that tracker for you next week.
All right, man. Sounds good. Appreciate
it. Later.
Yep. See it. The just that fresh Judge Dredd being the way it is something that a lot of people, I don't think unless you're really into it, I don't think a lot of people would even realize or even think that it would come in that way, just because it was an English comic, so it was done outside of what American comics look like, but in general this is that in itself is just a huge book that I don't think a lot of people have. And it's just really a good one. So out of all that stuff, I would say, if anything, even at the very least, he has to, go ahead and get that one slabbed just for preservation.
Yeah, especially the first appearance, and I say the first Judge death because that's a big key. I don't know what else. I don't know what other key he knows better than us. But
there's other stuff in 2000 AD that what was it? What's it called? I think it's called not the Unknown Soldier. I forget what it's called. It's like some type of the such and such soldier, but that was a thing that was a big deal. So it's just he's got just those books there, and then once I would say to him, maybe once you get the once you end up getting the X-Men one, once you complete the X-Men run, that's when I would say maybe you want to go ahead and grade the Judge Dredd. Either or, just because I figure, the X-Men is going to be a major purchase for him. So maybe that's, something where it's you get this and then you're all set. And then, grade that Judge Dredd and then, focus on grading some of those other things. Because it's not, to me, I think for him, that would probably be his, ultimate, goal, where it's just it really doesn't mean that he's going to be collecting too many more books from that point. That's the way I look at it. I know for me, I don't have ultimate goal book that is all right, I reached my goal. Don't need to really collect any more other things. I can switch to just doing something different with comics as far as so if I wanted to just grade all the big books or whatever, I'll always have books. I'm I want to get this one. I want one of these.
So Colorado State beat TCU, huh?
Uh-oh. That's
TCU is ranked 17. Colorado State, that's their first year with Deion Sanders.
Right. TCU is right. What am I thinking? I'm thinking
pretty good team.
I'm thinking Texas Tech. That's Splash's team. I was about to, did Splash's team lose? He'd be upset Colorado State came in here and beat us up. But yeah, Splash is a big Texas Tech guy. He was talking about them during the I think one of the last times I talked to him was right around March Madness, and he was like, Texas Tech is doing good in the basketball. I'm like, wow, you didn't follow the basketball team, huh? Because football's so big down in Texas that it's all right, well, it makes sense that you would follow the football team. But yeah, no, he's just a through and through Texas Tech guy. Like he loves it. But just trying to think off of my. Actually, maybe I should try to think about this, I guess, and pose it as a question to people, maybe on my channel at some point. But
I have this first haircut because Saturday, September the 9th.
Oh, Tyler's got a fresh haircut.
Hey,
I need to go get some more bubble mailers. Gotta get some more bubble mailers. I'll be right back. Gotta get some more bubble mailers. Oh my God.
Little bitch. So, a note to everybody who is, order out of chaos type person. Be more organized, because my list of my list of books, like I have it written down in like 10 different places, but my actual physical list is somewhere, and I don't exactly. I keep moving it, so I don't know where I put it. So I was gonna say, I know off the top of my head some of the books that I want to get for the rest of the year.
Box make it to you.
Not yet. It's in Ohio right now, in Cincinnati. I've been
it's chilling with Joe Burrow.
Yeah, like I wonder if it's like they just I don't know if there's like a delay or whether that was keeping it, but I think that's what's going on. Just that it's kind of it's in Ohio for now, so I'll probably get it by the end of the week. So, but that's okay. I'm looking forward to that, because this will be like one of those pleasantly surprised type things. Yeah, I don't know. I remember seeing what you sent me, so it's supposed to be like by Wednesday, but it's just taking its time. So that's okay.
He said, "What the hell?"
Well, no, because like he knows from when he showed like the tracking and everything, it was supposed to have been here by Wednesday, but it's just, I don't know. I guess it's delays along the route, but that's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna print some of these labels. I got one more thing to pack up, but I'll print some of the labels before I get too many boxes, and then my little sticky notes fall off, and I don't know who boxes for who. That's one thing.
I know.
What's that?
Is this gonna be a week after? I know, but that's the thing that stinks with USPS, is just that there really isn't much you can do. Just because they can be any number of different things. Like they could have put it on the wrong plane. Any number of things could have happened. So who knows? Like,
what probably really happened is that it just got delayed, and once it gets delayed, once, it's especially when the holidays coming up, can't do nothing.
Yeah. But like I know this just because of when I was waiting on, I think it was that X-Men 101, I was like freaking out because it was taking longer than I was anticipating it taking based on the tracking. And then I was just like, called them, and I was like, what is going on with this thing? Like I'm waiting on this. I need this to come in just because, it was expensive. And I was just like, this is what I'm waiting for. It's expensive, and I would like to have it come through. And they're like, well, there's nothing we can do. And so I was like, oh, goody. So I didn't have any pool noodles, so I hope they didn't break it. We'll find out. I hope not either, So, but everything is, I just look at it where it's like just fingers crossed. I'm just thinking that if it got delayed, it got delayed, and hopefully it makes it here intact and everything's good. So, just take a little bit of time. Like, so Dustin had sent me some stuff that I bought from him off of an auction that we had, and what happened is, I guess, like he initially had put the wrong street for my address.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
And so what happened was, they brought it all the way to where I live, and it just so happens that the street that he put, they have one of those streets and my street, and so it's the same, And so what happened was that they, I guess, tried to deliver it, and like, nope, this address doesn't match. They sent it all the way back to him, and then he had to send it back to me again. It was hilarious, but it just, just takes on, like, there's always things that kind of can pop up. But the thing that I guess the best thing about it is that, like, it's not anything that I'm worried so much. Like if it was something from eBay, I'd be a little bit more worried. But like, I'm not worried about this not getting it. I'm sure it will. It's just a little bit of a delay. That's fine. But I'm actually sad that I didn't think about that earlier. I haven't checked out Comic Link in so long, but I'm not buying anything, so it doesn't hurt my feelings. But I'm just kind of like, I never think to check Comic Link, and I should. I don't know why I don't do that more often.
Okay.
I think. Oh yeah, it definitely is. I mean, I think really any sort of online buying is. Oh, Kyle is at 1K now. Oh, we gotta have a confetti. The best part is that he's probably just out and about. He has no idea, so he's gonna come back on like, oh, I made it to 1,000. Get all mad. You're muted, dude.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Let's see if this is all set up. Yep, 1K. 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 I refreshed it before I turned it on. So, yeah, 1K. Congratulations to Kyle. Congratulations, man. That's all I can say. He's been trying to get 1K. He's been stuck like around 10 subs for like a year. You gonna message him?
Hold on. It's not like, was it?
eBay is a crap shit. Yeah, I'm still packing these boxes, Callie. I'm working on labels now. I'll do a couple labels and then I'll pack up the last box. I gotta get some more tape shit.
That's the Kyle. That's Kyle finally gets to 1,000 sound.
I gotta get some more tape. I'll do something for Kyle. For Kyle get his 1,000, we'll give him a little.
That's cool. That's really cool. And you know what's funny though? So let's say you get, like at any point, like Kyle sit there and be like, I got to 1,000, whatever. Or let's say something happened, he ended up at 999. He'd be like, to the one person that decided to unsubscribe, sold on you. This Kyle's funny like that. As he says, and he doesn't like something like, oh man, sold on them. But yeah, Kyle's gonna be happy.
If anybody else wants to join who's in the chat, Callie, CJ, Jigs, if you guys want to join, let me know. I'll send you guys a link.
I was just saying that, like, what's it called? If Kyle, so if he sees it, he gets to 1,000, and like the next day, it goes back down to 999. Back to the one subscriber that went ahead and unsubscribed. Sold on you, all right? Sold on you. He'd be sodding on people when he gets mad. But yeah, you know what's funny is that like that whole thing too started out years ago as like a joke when Kyle first started, just because he had, I think he was like around like 200 subs or whatever like that, and he was just kind of just joking around, and that we just kind of started like, oh, like subs, Prince Kyle Walker, let's get him to 1,000 subs, and we and like and then at one point he was like, it was like a joke, and then it became like, as he started getting more and more subs, he was just like, yeah, he's like, I want to get to 1,000, and so he got real serious about it, and so now that he's there, like I'm actually kind of, I would love to see his reaction. And
he was dropping. He started dropping a lot of content and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that was the thing too. Like he stepped up his collecting though too, because it was like he would obviously show things he had and everything, and then like he just kept getting more and more stuff. So it's like his content definitely warrants him to have 1,000. Like he really has some good stuff on there. And then just in general, like he doesn't ever go live either. But like if
it's always recorded stuff. It's always recorded stuff.
Yeah, if you ever went live though, and the hard part with this is that because he's in New Zealand, the time difference, like it would be weird for a lot of people over here, just because You know, just of where the time is and everything like that. But if he ever went live and did like Q&As about like his collection and different stuff, I know people would love that just because Kyle like knows his stuff about everything. Like everything that he collects, he's like super knowledgeable in. So it's not something that like you know, he just randomly picks stuff up and just yeah, no, I just started collecting this and you know doesn't know anything about it. Like he knows everything about it. Like he's a Judge Dredd encyclopedia along with the X-Men and everything else. And then the funny thing,
a lot of times when he went live with us, it was always like a totally different time, you know, totally different time from when.
like I'm looking up right now and see what time it is.
Oh, I know who this guy is. Drinking brown water. Ah, all right. I know who this guy is. He buys a lot. Oh, all right. Now, this one of the guys who sells with me. I mean, not sell. I sold to. He his Instagram name is actually Drinking Brown Water, and
that's disgusting. Like,
well, it's nah, he's talking about liquor.
Oh, I know that. I'm just there's so many things to be brown water. That's all. Brown carbonated water would be like soda. But what is it? So right now in New Zealand it is 9:21 in the morning. So Kyle, well, that's what I say. It's like
he
one
should
of those
be
things
home then.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's probably eating breakfast.
He said he was out in the city, and this was hours ago.
I don't know.
It was like this was when I told messaging it was like 11 o'clock. So he must have was out
11 o'clock
at night. Yeah, so that was at 11. That was 5 hours ago. So if it's 2 o'clock,
I was like 4 in the morning. So he's out there chilling.
Yeah,
oh man, Pat's out there hitting up the nightlife, and then like he's probably asleep now if that's the case. But let me see. Yeah, 9:21 in the morning. I was just chilling, doing this thing. I know that as far as any sort of comic related stuff like sales and things like that, I don't know of too many people doing anything for Labor Day. I know that a lot of people have stuff planned for next week that I've seen on Instagram and stuff like that, but I haven't seen any Labor Day sales. So I would say if you you know have the time and you're just kind of just chilling out, you see if you can score a book or two where it might be a little cheaper when no one's really looking. Hop on eBay or whatever on you know just during the day on Labor Day, see if you can get something good. Or actually, if you're a night owl, do it like super early in the morning. You know, Sunday night, Monday morning type thing. Like if you're up around like 4 or 5 in the morning, you might be able to score some really good buys. You know, where everybody else is sleeping. So holidays are usually a good time to try and buy some stuff, just because everybody's you know going to be you know celebrating with family or you know doing like barbecue things. So Collector Cave has a sale. When is that sale going to be, Lisa? Is that tomorrow? Is that going to be on Labor Day? No Mas Comics. Is that No Mas like No Mas Garcia?
Yeah, No Mas is on IG.
Gotcha.
He's on IG.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good sales and stuff going on, so I do know that much. I've seen a lot of that stuff, and you know, now and tomorrow, so that's pretty cool. So, but what's everybody? That's one thing I gotta ask people. Like, what's everybody's plans for? Anyone have anything good planned for Labor Day? Like any like good barbecues or just stuff, like, you know, hanging out with people or anything fun like that? I might
go by my dad.
I'm not sure.
I don't know if we're gonna do anything, but I might go with my dad.
Yeah, I think like the most would be maybe like a cookout, something like that. But I just don't know if it would be at my my wife's grandfather's house or if it would be at my wife's parents' house or whether or just in general if we're not doing anything because plan on getting a plate. That's I mean that's what I will say is I feel like Labor Day is it's a great time for that just because it's like one of those times where it's not super hot. It's still nice out and you can have a really good cookout and just kind of chill and have some fun. And like I said, enjoy that last little bit of summer before it starts to kind of creep in, become fall, and then eventually we're back to cold and unfortunately up here snow and all that crap.
Sure, we hoping for it to get we I know down here we can't wait till October. October we can't wait for because that's closer. We're out of hurricane season.
Yeah.
But yeah, and hopefully we get some cooler weather as well.
Yeah. Like it's cooled off pretty good up here for a while. It's been since I want to say at least the last 2 weeks. It's been I don't think we've had maybe like 1 or 2 days in the 90s. Everything else has been 80s or lower, which has been like really comfortable, which I'm grateful for just because July was just brutal. And then early August was brutal too. It was just like just these super super hot humid days. It was just so uncomfortable to be outside. But the opposite happens. Like in a couple months, it'll be like be like brutally cold and potentially snowing and just not fun to be outside either. So
if anybody wants to join, I'm dropping the link once in the chat. Drop it once. I don't know, Callie. I know they might be out and about. Callie and Jigs.
Yeah. I have a question for Boston Chris. Do you guys still have Wahlburgers, or did they go out of business? I am, as far as I know, they have them. I haven't been to one in years, and I know that I don't know if they still do the reality show. That's how a lot of people got used to it. But
I heard the burgers were good. I don't know if that's true or not.
So it's a good burger. It's just very expensive, just because you get the Wahlberg name attached to it, and it is good. They made it so that that show made it so popular that people made it a destination to go to, and after that point, it was just like you would just sit there and just want to get that going, and then all of a sudden it's just like crazy because it was just like, all right, you'd go there and where people would complain, like, well, people might say something about like, oh, if you go to McDonald's, you spend like $27 for like 2 people. That's Wahlburgers. Wahlburgers is very expensive.
Well, you know what? Five Guys is expensive too.
Oh yeah, Five Guys. Five Guys being expensive, I don't have as much of a problem with, because Five Guys was very, very underpriced for a long time. It was almost like, if you get, I mean, for the quality of food that you were getting, it was just like that was, just one of the best deals in the world. It's like, all right, let me get a cheeseburger, and it's 2 patties and everything. It's like, oh, that's pretty good. And then, that fries and a drink would probably, I think when they first opened, would cost you less than like $15. I was like, that's not bad at all. Now that is probably like around like $15 for the burger and the drink. So, but yeah, as far as Wahlburgers though, like they're not going anywhere just because they have locations all over the country. Up here we have
we got Shake Shack too, Chef. We got Shake Shack.
Yeah.
Too.
Yep, we got a Shake Shack. There's I want to say, like, just in Boston, there's 3 of them. Actually no, there's 3 or 4 of them, and then like a little further out there's more. But like they have locations. Let's see. So there's like they have locations as far south as Florida. So there's like Florida, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, the entire like Midwest just about has them, and then Nevada, Cali, New Mexico, and Texas. So if you're in, I would say, if from basically Massachusetts all the way to South Dakota, you can get Wahlburgers with no problem unless you're in New York. Other than that, though, like you can get that pretty well through, and then down south, as long as you're South Carolina and below, you can get it. So it's not bad. It's not bad. It's just very, I would say, up here it's very overpriced. I don't know about other places, but we have a Shake Shack too. Shake Shack is pretty good. Shake Shack's a little bit pricey though as well, but it was good food though. I enjoyed it. Actually, one burger place that I've had when I used to go to school out in Arizona, I got introduced to In-N-Out Burger, and In-N-Out Burger is very good. I wish they would bring an In-N-Out Burger over this way because it was just really, really good. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't that expensive. It was actually pretty. It was, pretty reasonable. But we're talking about. Let's see, that was 2000. Was it 2008 or so? 2009 when I was out there. The place that I had out there that I didn't like, that I thought was like crap, was Whataburger. And I know some people are like, Whataburger is great. Like I the one in Arizona sucks. That's what I was like.
But that's like every place. Every place you go to, it depends on the people working there.
Yeah.
Best Whataburger I had was at a damn airport. But they were making everything fresh and everything was coming out hot, and
Yeah.
But I've only had it a few times, but it was amazing at the airport.
Yeah.
Five Guys is I haven't had it in a while because it's so expensive.
Yeah.
And it's out the way. I literally have to drive 20 minutes to get to it. So it's like it's almost, that's like if I'm already in that area and I want it, then I'll get it.
That's like me with Shake Shack, because Shake Shack isn't nearby. Shake Shack is a little bit out of the way, but then when it comes to was it Five Guys? I have two of them like relatively close to me. But it's it's not too bad. Like I enjoy them both. But it's just like I just haven't had either one in a long time because especially now too, because it's like getting a burger from Five Guys or any of those places right now, where it's just like it's the summertime. Like you can just make burgers, shit. Just go to the store, get some burgers, and then just make them.
Well, not just that. I know for me, like if I'm going to get a burger, like Shake Shack, if I'm in the area and I feel like a shake, then I'll probably get a burger and a shake. But but like they have a burger place called Protocol. Like I want to go to a burger place, I'm gonna go to that place. But that's just me.
Yeah, like we have a place up here called Boston Burger Company, and the burgers are very, very, very good, but they are very expensive. Like that's where you're talking about like a $25 hamburger. It's like, and I mean, and they put all kinds of crazy stuff on it. Like they make make it however you want. So they have all these like just really delicious combinations of stuff that they put on your burger and everything like that. But it's just like once you see the price of just a burger, like it sobers you right up and like I mean it's good to try, but it's like it's a one and done, because it's like I'm not spending $25 on just a burger. That's crazy. You know what I mean? It's just like, I mean, if we're going to get into that kind of range, then I'm going to start going to somewhere that, like, I mean, why not just start looking at, like, just save up some money. Like, yeah, I'm going to go to a good steakhouse and get a nice steak instead of, $25 on a burger. Like, that just seems excessive to me.
Yeah.
Favorite burger is a murder burger from the bodega. What's on a murder burger?
I'll tell you a burger place talking about while Lisa's answering it. A burger place I went to in Atlanta. I think it was called Voodoo Burger. They have a burger that's called the Triple Bypass.
Oh God!
They also have a double bypass and a single bypass. I didn't get the triple bypass, but I did get the double bypass. It was on the double bypass. It had 2 half-pound patties, 8 strips of bacon.
No.
And instead of buns, you had 2 grilled cheese sandwiches as your Best your funds.
Jesus, no way.
And a pound and a pound of tater tots. A pound of tater tots.
See that I would just call suicidal. Like that, there's no need to eat that.
That's the double bypass. The triple is even worse. So that shit. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Chris. This was years ago. This was before my daughter was born. So that shit was so good. That shit was so good. Oh my god.
So just put anything you want on it. Just a huge, juicy, famous bodega in the Bronx. Cardi B goes. You know what's funny is so we had we had in school when I was in college, they had this dude and his name was Manny, and Manny was cool as hell, and Manny used to do the exact same thing that you're talking about, and he didn't call it the murder burger, but it was like basically what like he would just get a bunch of stuff. It's like, yo, give me one of the Manny burgers. That's what it was called. And like, so he just did it as like a, just his own thing once in a while. And then like all of a sudden people like, oh, let me get a Manny burger. And so he just sit there and he just like take like, just, he'd be putting like different meats in there. And so it'd be like, oh, we got extra bacon there. Let's put that in. So, I mean, people would get these burgers and they were like this thick and they were just crazy. And, he actually got like, his own like little, I don't want to say like his own little stand, but like he basically had his own side orders of this one thing, so he was able to just do that on his own. So he'd sit there, and it was funny because it would be one of those deals where it's like, people would just rush to get to the dining hall for dinner and stuff like that. But yo, I need a Manny burger, because he would only make like 4 or 5 of them because like I don't have the time for all this. But it's like, yeah, like if you're here, like, I can get you a Manny burger. And then so he had a wait list. He had a wait list for the Manny burger. But yeah, I'll get you lunch tomorrow, Poppy. No problem. I got you. I think I got one Manny burger, and that was it. I was like, wow, this is rough. It was delicious, but it was rough. But I understand that whole concept. Is that big? There's what the triple bypass. I think he said that burger should be called the Final Destination. Who that? He said, did you get sick from it?
I couldn't eat the tater tots. I couldn't eat the tater tots, but I ate the burger with no problem. Did not get sick. I got full. I was full, but I couldn't eat those tater tots. I think if I'd ate those tater tots, I got a sick, because I mean, it's a pound of tater tots. It was like, how big a pound of tater tots is? The people don't realize tater tots are very light. Pound of tater tots was like on the plate was like this big, like this wide, that wide. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. I think it's Voodoo, but I have to look it up. Voodoo.
I have to find the one that I know. It's like I think it's called the Eagles Deli.
Yeah, it's Voodoo Burger in Atlanta. They might have more of them around different places, but they got 2 of them. It's actually is it the Vortex? Vortex Bar and Grill? Yeah, all right. So it's the Vortex Bar and Grill. They must have changed the name. Vortex Bar and Grill, and let's see if I can go to the menu and see. It's been around since 1992. I just want to read if they had the menu. So the food menu. Here we go. Food menu. All right, bypass burgers. They have a whole section just for bypass burgers.
Yes, I found it.
Culinary, all right, I'm gonna share this with everybody. Let us share this is not they're not paying for, this is not a sponsor. This is just some place I went to when I was in Atlanta. and the burgers was good. So this is what they have. Culinary bypass burgers. They got single bypass. Single bypass, you use they have 2 bacon grilled cheese sandwiches. You hear it? 2 bacon grilled cheese at top and bottom for buns. You get 4 slices of white bread. That's I guess for the grilled cheese. 8-ounce sirloin patty, 10 ounces of American cheese, 9 strips of bacon, a fried egg. Oh, I forgot about the fried egg. 4 ounces of mayo.
Oh my god.
That's the single. The estimated calories is 37,000.
That's why I said, holy shit, this is a second ago.
Oh shit! I kind of messed up. All right, so this this is the one I had. I had the double bypass. I had this one when I was there. And this is like 7-8 years ago. So I was a lot younger. Yeah, you get two 4-ounce sirloin pans. So it's only for 4 ounces. You get two of them. You get an 8-ounce grilled sirloin patty, 12 slices of cheese on this one instead of 10. 2 fried eggs. I had 2 fried eggs and 12 strips of bacon. I was way off on all this stuff. I didn't get the grilled onions. I didn't get the diner relish, but I did get the mayo. And then you get served with it's actually 10 ounces of fries and tots, topped with cheesy cheese dough and bacon bits.
They're trying to kill you. Is what they're doing.
The calories, y'all can just look at it. I got a phone call.
Yeah. So to compare with that, we have a place called the Eagles Deli, and so they have a whole section called gigantic burgers. So the funny part about these burgers is that they're all named, for the most part, they're all named after people, and basically the people that take them down get to name them. So there's one, the Nick Lachey, 1.5 pounds of burger, 6 pieces of Swiss cheese, 6 bacon strips, and fries. So I'm assuming that Nick Lachey went there, ate it, and it ended up to him. The Cowabunga burger, I don't think anyone, that's not named after a person, but 2 pounds of burger, 8 pieces of cheese, and fries. Then you have this one that's kind of scary called the Riley burger, which is 3 pounds of burger. So it's a 3-pound burger, 12 pieces of cheese, and fries. And then they just keep going up and up. The Paul Jones burger, 4 pounds, 16 pieces of cheese, 5 pounds of fries. And then the top one is the Eagles Challenge Gigantic Burger, which is a 6-pound burger, 24 pieces of bacon, 24 pieces of cheese, and 5 pounds of fries. You just call that.
So this one, that quadruple bypass, is like a little bit, because it has 27 strips of bacon and 28 slices of cheese. But all right, so we're gonna see. They actually have a picture of these here. It's comparison. So these are pictures.
Dude, what? Like, why would you ever want that? Like that shit. No.
So I had the double. You see, I had the double.
The double is insane.
The double is insane, but you can eat the double. Trust me. You can eat the double. You can eat it. Like, if that's all you eat, don't mess with the tots. The tots or the fries, you can eat that if you're hungry. Now the other two, triple and quadruple, come on, man. That the quadruple is like 2 burger, like it's a burger at the top, like 3 burgers. You see that? They're like different burger sections. So you can actually order that. Like me, you, and like our wives could all, and we all could order that and eat off of that together.
Oh my god, that's insane.
Yeah, so that's no, but they didn't put us on the. I didn't win a T-shirt or anything because I only had the double bypass, and I didn't eat all the tots.
Yeah.
So.
That's funny. Like, it's just like, you're gonna sit there and go and just like, anything that's named like that. Like I would never do that crap.
You wouldn't need the bypass, or you don't want the bypass.
Nah, no, just because it's just like when you're using that's like, I don't know if you remember, they used to have there was a KFC burger that they made, and it was like it was like a chicken burger, but but the buns were like chicken patties instead of buns.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what it was called, but it was like so you get the we have chicken, and then the bread instead of it being a bun, it's 2 other pieces of chicken. I'm like, you're trying to kill people with this thing. Don't do that. Like 3 pieces of fried chicken together, and that's your bun. That's insane. Everyone should try it.
Like because
one of the best things.
Like I said, the double was just 2 grilled cheese sandwiches as your buns. As you got bigger, it became burgers.
Yeah.
On this one, like it said, like the quadruple was actually 2 burgers, but the triple was actually, instead of just being grilled cheese, is grilled cheese, but it's also like a burger in between the grilled cheese.
Yeah.
So it's like it's insane. I forgot how much it costs. I wonder if they got the price.
Oh yeah, the burgers I was talking about, the most expensive one's $70. It's like that. But I mean, you literally
They don't
could
have
feed a whole
prices.
family. Yeah. Nope. $70 for that.
Oh, look! I didn't even realize this. You can order a single bypass anytime, but all the other culinary bypass burgers have specific restrictions described. So
Yeah.
like you can't. Wait, let's see. I mean, click. I didn't know they got details now.
Well, if you got something called the bypass, you know people have died eating that thing. Like, you know that, right? There's got to be at least a body count with that fucking burger.
Oh my god! What is it? Oh, you can. Oh, you got the challenge term. So yeah, actually, yeah. So yeah, it says can I get the burger cooked well done? No, the double, triple, and the quadruple burgers are all come as is. What? Oh god. They all kind of. So what happens if I puke? Wouldn't an hour would it be more realistic? It says no. If you're not finished in 30 minutes, you're not gonna finish. We've done research.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what kind of research you do. I tell you
You
right
can take
now.
the challenge from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Oh my god! I didn't see all this but that's what. Well,
you only did a double.
So I did a double. I did a double, so I didn't have all it. I don't think I had, but I think you're doing a quadruple. You're doing a quadruple.
Well, so now, if you so now, let's say you had done one of the other ones, right? And you're saying, oh, like you get like a strap. Like, I mean, does it come like if you finish the whole thing, is it free or something like that?
It probably is. I'm not gonna read the whole because they got a whole bunch of stuff you can read about it.
Oh, of course. That's called a waiver. Like they're trying to say, like, if you die, and it's not our fault. You should know better. Like,
yeah. So,
and I'm not saying like picture health because I'm not at all. But it's just like one of those things. Like,
yeah, but you're not trying to walk to death. Like well that'd be running to death. Like I'm not trying to sprint.
Like,
I'm not trying to get to death.
Have the other figure on speed dial. Like, look.
I'm trying to get to
death. Honestly. If I found out someone was going to eat that, I'd probably be like, look, we got to talk to, we got to put Jimmy on suicide watch because there's no, you hear what he's going to eat? He's trying to kill himself. Like, that's it. But, what's funny is that, like, I say that, but then you had, like, was it the Nathan's hot dog guy, like Kobayashi said they eating all them things. And then you have, like, Man versus Food, who would do that to himself all the time. And it's just like, it really, like, it really always kind of shocks me when you see stuff like that, where it's like, oh, like these people are just absolutely abusing their bodies. And, I know outside of that they're probably eating healthy and not having a problem, but it's just like, just that shock to your body's got to be like just terrible for you. Oh yeah, Chef, I 100% agree with you. Like it's just one of those things where like people can see that and be like, what are you doing? And they probably do. They probably sit there and recoil back in fear. Like, why would you ever eat this?
Oh my god, that's freaking funny though, man. Like I don't even know how we started talking about this, but yeah.
It started because I said Whataburger sucked in Arizona. And he's like, well, this is where I get the best Whataburger. And then it just kind of got to the point where it's just like, all right. And then I was Lisa was saying that she gets the murder burger at the bodega, and I was like, oh, okay,
and that's when I brought up the
literal death burger.
Literal death burger. You can get a bypass after eating a burger. It's
crazy
funny how some of these meals are banned in other countries yet okay to say. Well, it's not just that, Chef. Like if you try, like I don't know if you do, I just know about myself. But you travel around the world, it's not just that other stuff is banned. It's just like you get the same product from the US and look at the ingredients from another country. They don't put all the crap that we put in stuff. Like literally, yeah. I'm trying to think of something. It's something that they're ketchup. I forgot what country it is. Ketchup, it was Heinz ketchup. You look at the bag of Heinz ketchup in America, it has all kind of stuff in it. You go to other countries, it's like tomato, water, sugar, so it's 5 ingredient. Canada, Yeah, I remember where it was from. Canada, Heinz ketchup is 5 ingredients, and they say it on the package. He goes, ketchup made with only 5 ingredients, Heinz ketchup. And then you get the same ketchup from America, and you're like, why ours can't have just 5 ingredients? Why we got 1,000 things on the back of it?
Yep.
What's Red 40? Is that going to make me superpowers? Like, what the hell?
All of a sudden, you turn into Homeland and like, Red 40.
Yeah, it's like so it's like it's silly that other countries. That's why when our food in America is terrible compared to other countries, right?
Yeah, it's true. I think I think that the funny part with that too is that like they'll I think people from other countries come here and for them it's just like depending on what they go and get, because like some of them I remember I had a resident when I was in RA. His name was Ishan, and Ishan was from what was he from, the Emirates, I think it was, and he just was like so like taken back by like like the stuff that you can get. Like he was like so excited that you can get a pizza at like 3 a.m. from Domino's. He's like, you can order pizza at 3 a.m. from Domino's? I was like, yeah. He's like, well, like what kind of pizza can I get? I was like, whatever you want. So he showed him the menu. He's like, wait a minute. You can get, because you know how Domino's has, they have that like extra large or whatever like that. So you can get an extra large pizza. He's like, how many slices is it? And he's like, looks. He's like, and so he got it. He got 2 of them. I remember he got it. He got one. And then my residents all like split and eat it. He called him back and then got another one like maybe like 15 minutes later. He was so excited. He's like, what about this thing? He's like, yeah, you got McDonald's. They have a dollar menu. He's like, they have a dollar menu. Okay, what can you get from the dollar menu? And then he's just sitting there. He's like, you can get all these different things from the dollar menu. He's like, so everything on here is $1. Yeah. So if I go with $10, I can get 10 burgers and I can get this and I can get. I was like, yeah. And like, so he went on this journey of his freshman year, and he gained some weight, but not too much, because he was like, just a thin, active dude. But like he went on this journey of just horrible food, but he was like, he loved it. He was like so excited for it. And then like I think like the next year he kind of started being like cool about it. He's like, yeah, I can't do that again. He's like, I started looking up the calories. He's like, I can't do that again. I'm like, yeah. I was like, I tried to warn you, man. I was like it's not what you think. Like it's like, oh, it's all well and good. Like no, it's like if you're getting pizza at 3 a.m, like it's a bad idea. It's a bad choice. Especially extra large pizza with your friends, but
yeah. Big paragraph of ingredient. He goes,
yeah.
Big paragraph of ingredients.
It really is. Exactly. It really is kind of crazy when you think about some of that stuff, especially like, anything that, like you said, Red 40 and this and that. It's like all these different like dyes and all this other stuff, and then the coded and hidden names for like sugar is crazy. It's like there's like 19 different sugars in this thing. Really? But it says sugar right there. Like yeah, but then you have hydrogenated this and that and blah. You got fired?
That's why like
no way. CM Punk got fired? Actually fired? I know he got suspended. If he got fired, that's so crazy. Because I feel like if that's actually what happened, like if he's actually been fired from thing, then that means that he was he was fired from AEW. That makes sense now. Because he was like CM Punk, as much as everybody like loves CM Punk, as much as people were like, oh, he's a man and this and that, and as big of a draw as he was, I knew as soon as they started saying like there was an altercation at the All In show, and I was like, dude, if you like, because the last like big show that he was on had a big fight and everything like that, and I was like, okay, you have this happen here at the literally like the biggest show that they've ever had in England in front of 81,000 people and everything. Like that's supposed to be like their biggest moment. And what's the thing that came out of it was the whole him and Jungle Boy had a fight and there was an altercation backstage. I had a feeling he was gonna get his, like, I mean, because what do you do? Like if you're Tony Khan, you have no choice. It's like this guy is like he's toxic. He's very toxic.
Yeah, because your brand is growing. It's growing. You can't have somebody ruin what you have been building. You know.
he's done it twice too. Like that's because, and that was a funny part was that they was said that the reports that came out, you know, obviously there's always conflicting reports about what happened, but like, it seemed like as things kind of kept going forward that it came out more that he was the one that initiated everything this time around. Because the first experience that was the Jungle Boy that did it. Like Jack Perry made mention on things like it's real glass on the show, talking about like the car glass incident that they had, and I guess Punk and him had a little bit of a talk about it on Collision, and then now all of a sudden they had a thing go backstage, and so the initial thought was that Jungle Boy got in his face and yelled at him, and then Punk started choking him or whatever. And now, I guess it kind of turned over to like, no, like Punk heard that he just said something, and he's like, "What's your problem?" and then kind of attacked him. So it's just like, and he's just that kind of guy. Like he you can't make comments about the guy because he loses his mind. It's just like, you know, you would figure someone who's done it as long as him would know that you're gonna have like you can't just flip and lose your mind off of everything everybody says. Like, you know, it's just not going to be conducive to a good environment. So, you know, I think that, you know, he now has burned, I think, his last bridge as far as, you know, being able to work anywhere really, because I know that Triple H isn't a big fan of his. And if this is, I mean, if he was just doing this just to be an asshole, because let's play the whole wrestling game where it's like it's all a big work, and so he went to AEW to be the one to cause trouble, and maybe he's like you know, an inside horse for WWE. Okay, fine. If you believe that, that's fine, a little conspiracy theory. But if you think that that's like let's say that, I mean, in reality, it's probably not true. He's just an asshole, and he's just a guy who's just pushing to the way too serious. So, you know, if you're WWE, yeah, he's a great big draw. You could definitely use him, but if he's gonna act like that, you don't need him because he's just gonna make, you know, trouble for your guys and your company too. So hopefully, you know,
he invested his money correctly and saved money, because I think he's done.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like if he's getting you know, dropped from the company, I mean, who knows if he's gonna end up being you know, paid the rest of his contract, because I mean, this is like, it's got to be a violation or a breach of it. And they've already given the guy.
It depends on how that contract is written.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I guess he can go back to Marvel and do another Drax comic. Yeah, he probably won't beat up any Marvel writers. You never know. But he went from being like the best wrestler, the guy that you wanted in your company, to being like the worst like attitude that you could possibly have involved with anything. Like he seems like he's just miserable. And I mean, the sad part was that he seemed like he was getting along, but every time there was a big event or something huge that was gonna like help bring AEW to a bigger spot, he was there to ruin it. And it was just like, why would you do that? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. So maybe he feels like he's not the top guy. He's not the one that I don't know. But I just think that, you know, it's unfortunate he has to go, but he has to go. Like if you're Tony Khan and you're going to try to run a successful company, you have to sit there and be like, you know what? I can't keep doing this. I can't, like, our biggest show that we've ever had, and this is what people remember from, is that you and this guy got in a fight in the back. Fuck this. You're out of here. Like, you're not worth it. You know, here's the rest. If I was Tony Khan, I'd say, here's the rest of the money I owe you. See you later. Don't care what happens next. You're out. Don't need you. Plenty of guys that can do what you do better than you right now at this stage, just because, I mean, let's be honest, CM Punk was showing signs that he's, you know, not the same guy that he used to be. He's older now. He's not, you know, decrepit, but he's not, you know, he's not the same guy that left in 2013. Like he's still somebody who was, you know, aged a little bit, so his matches aren't as smooth as they used to be. But, you know, I just think that in the end, he's his own worst enemy, and he did it to himself. So that's my thoughts on it. And, you know, hopefully he isn't watching this and going to sit there and get mad at me now. I'm like, you know, Boston Chris, let me tell you something, motherfucker.
I'm coming after you, Boston Chris.
Like, please.
You're next.
And like, you know what? And every time you hit me, I'll just say cha-ching, 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 and hear my bank account growing with every hit. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And it is sad because he was like he really was before he left WWE and started and even after he left. Even after he left, and when he came back to AEW in the you know he was a big you know like I was super and you know excited for him to come back, and you know unfortunately this is what we got. So yeah, I watch AEW. I think it's really good. I think it's I mean really we're in a good spot with wrestling because WWE has been great. Like as much as like for the last year, like especially like when Vince left, that whole like last year has been really good with him having like less of a hands-on approach. But AEW has been solid the whole way through too. I mean, there's been some bumps in the road here and there, but AEW has been really good. And I think that they have a great roster of people. I think they have a great chance to really make you know some just amazing stars out of their roster and could you know definitely be that second brand that gives competition to WWE. You know, and I like that there's more than one place to go. That makes it so that you have you know just a different type of product because he is I'm sorry I should say like when you look at the whole situation of where you have just one company, it gets watered down so quickly and it's all you have. But like when you have more than one, there's competition and the fact that these guys have working relationships with other companies, which WWE doesn't really do. You know, you'll never see, at least I shouldn't say you'll never see, but it's highly unlikely that you're going to see a New Japan partnership show with WWE. Like they wouldn't do that because WWE is too concerned with putting over their own guys all the time. So it's just like you're not going to have like a Forbidden Door like show there. You're going to end up having, you know, if they go to Japan, it's going to be all WWE guys you're going to see. You're not going to see, you know, random guys from New Japan fighting WWE guys. Whereas, you know, in AEW, you will see that. You know what I mean? So that's something I like. I think it's good. I think that you need that. It nurtures those relationships and makes people it gets people to see other things than what's just in their own backyard. So that's why I think AEW shines above WWE in that aspect. But have a Luchasaurus remark. Oh, let me see. Where did you get a Luchasaurus remark on like a program or on a comic? Or are you talking about your are you talking about your image there that's with the YouTube thing? Because it looks like it's small for me, so I can't quite see it well. But let me see. Yeah. Oh yes, on a comic. That's awesome. So who did that for you? Because Luchasaurus is a cool looking mask. Like I think it's a cool mask, and you know, fortunately for him, Silverbacks. That's cool. I have to check that out. Is that's one on Instagram? Silverbacks. I'll check that out right now. Let's see. Brian Silverbacks. Let me see. I don't know if that's the right person. Oh, yep, I see it. I see exactly what it is. Let me see. I see. So is it the Brian Silverbacks? I see him doing kind of like looks like a digital version of it. Looks like a Mad Ball. Okay, yeah, sounds good. Let me go ahead and Yep, that's him. All right. Yeah, no, go ahead and give him a follow. That's really cool. He has some really good stuff. Like actually, I just looking at one of his reels right now. Like he's got a lot of really actually cool stuff. Was it? There's one image. It's a moving reel. It's Tales from the. Was it? Tales from the Road or something like that. And it's Brody. Yeah, Tales from the Road. And it's homage of that Wolverine number. I think it's like 7, where it's like him and the Hulk. So it's Brody King and Danhausen standing next to each other. It's really cool. That I think is awesome. But yeah, I have been. Oh, wouldn't let you DM me. Did you put in? Let's see. So, if you're on Instagram, my name is so I had 2 accounts, and there's one that I have, that I was thinking of using it for the sales, but mine is Boston Chris so mine is Boston Chris 82. Boston Chris Comics. If you're trying to DM me on that, it probably won't go through. But Boston Chris Comics. Boston Chris 82 though, will. So yeah, I probably should just delete that. Like, actually, I wonder if I can even get into it anymore. Just because it's funny. Like when I go onto my when I go onto Instagram. It's like, log into an existing account, and then the other one it shows is Boston Chris 82. It used to show Boston Chris Comics, and it doesn't anymore. So I bet you they shut it down for an activity or something. So Boston Chris Comics is on YouTube, but Boston Chris 82, that's just me.
I'm back. Wife was calling me. Yep. Packing up my last 2 packages. Well, not last 2, my last package. And this was the giveaway. The person won.
Oh, nice.
Department of Truth, 1 in 100. To drinking brown water. He spent the most last night with me. And got the free slab, the free extra slab. So I actually had to make 2 packages for him because I only had one of those big boxes from CGC, and I used that for the magazine.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea.
So I used the bigger box for the for the magazine for Baki. So this one is I'm just this one I'm just using 2 boxes, weighted boxes, but it's getting sent to Florida, so it'll save me some money.
So but it's also probably gonna take a little bit of time if they're having that hurricane.
Well, I gotta see where else it gets sent at Florida. Palm Springs. I don't know where Palm Springs is at. I know of Palm Springs, but I just forgot where it's at. Lisa Noble in the house. So, Whale Friday with Sands was a success. It was a pretty good turnout. They had I think tops of 69 people that was there. So that was pretty good. So you can't complain about that. Have that many people show up. I think he had 100 thumbs up, if I'm not mistaken. So it was a good turnout, man. Good turnout. We had a lot of different sellers. A few sellers couldn't make it. I think Tony didn't make it, and Peddling Pete wasn't there. He had to leave. He left because he couldn't deal with all the noise.
That's
Too
good.
much noise. Too much noise. I'm like,
You know what?
Yeah, I was like, he missed out because it was a good turnout, and not just that. You're gonna have the noise when you have a big 10 people on a panel, but everybody's trying to hype up everybody's stuff, so it's you're gonna have talking. It's not a silent auction. Tony must have been working the last few days, so I haven't seen him.
Probably. That's what I was gonna say. I bet you had to end up taking an extra shift or something. Yeah.
I'm not working any overtime until I'm working some this month.
Yeah, just, it happens. You know what I mean? Not much you can do because I remember he had said something along the lines of that he wanted to record for some stuff for Darkpad, and I guess wasn't able to get down to do that. So, but
well, I know we got one episode down for next show.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what Chef says. I'm thinking about putting my ASM 300 2.0 for sale. It's an old CGK. Anybody who would be interested? Somebody would have been interested, but he already got one.
But
He definitely would have been interested. So that's the only person I knew that was actually looking for one. But he has one.
But you
now.
know what though? Let me say this much, and I don't know. Like I can't speak for Dustin, but I don't know if that's something that he would be necessarily interested in. He might, especially if it's something that may not have ever been pressed. You know what I mean? Because
I would reach out to him.
And, he could probably press it and see if it comes back like a 98 or something like that. So it's just I was at a Dustin's way. I mean, honestly, I would have been.
If you're trying to sell it, I would reach out to Dustin. I'd reach out to Dustin if you're trying to sell it.
Yeah,
he might be interested in, but you gotta sell him some detailed pictures because he's gonna want to look at it, look it over, check it out. So definitely, definitely reach out to Dustin. I would say that would be my best bet. I'll be right back.
Yep. Yeah, I 100% would have been interested had I not gotten one, a little while ago, just because I have been chasing that book for a minute and, finally got it. So I'm excited for that. But it's a great book, and funny enough, that was the debate that was happening earlier, on Instagram with that dude. Where he's just like, oh, $2.99 is the real first appearance. It's like, okay, and that can be the real first appearance all day, but the 300 is the money book and everything. Doesn't matter what they could sit there and the funny part is that he's using the Impel card and saying, oh, Tom McFarlane said it too. Like it's not the point. Like even if they did go ahead and say like if they went back and like official ruling is this. 300 has been the money book for so many years that it would never change. So, but yeah, man, it's definitely, I would say, especially if you're trying to get rid of it to get other books or bigger books that you want, you got a great book to get rid of. That's a really, really good one. 9.2 old label, so it has potential for a bump maybe. Definitely a good book to get. So.
All right. Chef, what book are you after? You after the Giant Size X-Men 1 or something?
Oh, wow. The closest I'm going to get to Giant Size X-Men #1, I think, is X-Men 94. I don't think... Well, unless I did a serious, like just kind of deep dive into books to get rid of from my collection, I am not getting a Giant Size one. I would love one. Actually, I shouldn't say the closest I have to a Giant Size one is the facsimile I own. That's about it. But like the actual straight, book itself, though, I would love to have one. I just that to me is a book that I just at the time I could have got it affordably. I just wasn't looking for it, and I think I was too. I don't know. I was probably just looking at like I could never afford that. It's like, well, you can probably get one for like $500 on a comic book. That's crazy. You know what I mean? But that was like my mindset back then, because that's when I was picking up books for way cheaper, because I just wasn't, trying to. I wasn't into collecting bigger books like that. I was just like, all right, if it happens to fall in my lap, great. But if it doesn't, then so. But I probably should have been like, you know what, you can get this for $600. Yeah, no, save $600, get this book now, and then just keep it and be happy with it. But I didn't. So. And now I can just sit there and admire everybody else's. So I think it's funny though they made another facsimile of that book. Like they had one a couple years ago, and then they made one this year, and it's just like
for more money too. Like the facsimile.
Yeah, it's like so. Why would you put another facsimile of that out? That's crazy to me.
To make more money.
Oh no, I understand that, but it's just like I mean. It's just weird. It's just like, just to me, I think it's like, it's a great book. And yeah, definitely you can reprint it or anything like that. But I just wonder if it's like, why not, instead of putting out a facsimile, I mean, instead of putting out a facsimile, like why not do like a omnibus of, X-Men, the Byrne Claremont, what's it called? The Claremont years X-Men. It's just like, and it's just, that whole, and I'm sure one exists, but like, why not do it that way, right? Because I mean, more people would want that because it's a collected edition of all the Claremont stories. Especially if you do like Cockrum, Claremont, and Byrne, that stuff. That's easy money all day. Like those are like the best issues. Have everything from giant size to issue 143 or 144. So you're getting Days of Future Past, the Phoenix, Dark Phoenix, all that stuff. Like in an omnibus, yes. I'll buy that right now. $135? Yep, no problem. Like I have all the actual single issues. Now I have an omnibus that I can, just read through it anytime I want without having to, go through and take out single individual issues. Yep, no problem. So, but I'm actually very close to finishing that run too, as far as like 94 to 94 and all the Byrne Claremont stuff. Like I have, yep. I just need 94 and 95, and then I'm good. So that's the only two I need for that. And 94 is the hardest book out of the two to get, but it's just that's I guess part of my problem is trying to figure out what books off my list is it that I would go after, because it's like I really heavily would want to get the Silver Surfer 4, but then I'm just thinking, right? I think I have a little bit more time that I can deal with that before that anything gets announced that would make that book untouchable. But then it's just like also like I really want to Tomb of Dracula 10 too, so it's just like, and it's a really hard. I can't get both this year. I know that for a fact, but it's just like. Trying to figure out which of those, or even X-Men 94 too. It's just like, it's very tough. So I think I have to look at my list and be all right, of these 3 books, or of these, 5 or 6 books that I have left, that I really, really want off of this list, which one should I go for?
You get the breakdown, I guess, priority. I know I'm going to be, when I do my list again for next year, I'll be bringing back 8 out of the 10.
My list is my list is something like 25 books, because I'm crazy. But it's just because I just wanted to make a really long list that was like gonna end up being years down the road, and I'll add more to it later on. But
that's basically kind of how mine is, because like even though I'm just doing 10, it's actually more than 10. That's why I was like I'm bringing back 8 unless something changes in the next 4 months. Which I probably could actually buy another book off my list after all the stuff I sold. But I want to wait for the best deal and stuff like that. I don't want to be like, not trying, I don't need to, like, I got to get it now, Yeah. We know a few people who do that. So it's like, I don't want to, the money is not burning my hands. that I need to go get the book now. I'm just gonna I actually just transferred the money into like I call it like a little war chest. So it's gonna be in there, and if I see one that comes up for a great deal of those books I have, I'm gonna go after it. Until then, I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna send some books out to get graded. Once those come back, if I sell those, but I'm not gonna make no crazy purchases. Like unless it's like a great deal and it's something I can make some money off of. Kind of like gonna take it easy. I've been taking it easy anyway, but yeah,
you have to. It's just. I mean, there's really not much you can do, and it's funny because the way I look at it, for me, it's just like, there's so many. Like, it's funny because like once convention season starts, that's really where you kind of get. Even if you are making good strides on your list, once you get up to the convention season, that's when everything kind of starts to like really slow down because like, all right, getting books signed, I'm doing this and that, and just like I mean, we both had. I mean, Terrificon for me was like very signature heavy, and it was like it was a just expensive show just for signatures by itself, and then for you like Dallas was like that. So it's just like you and then you just look at it where it's like, all right, like it's gonna be expensive for just this stuff here, like okay, and that puts some of that that top list stuff in the back burner for a while. So I know for me it's just like one of those things where for me like my war chest would probably end up being on PayPal, and I don't really have too many big things that I'd be looking to get rid of, but I have a ton of just like I should just a ton of like really small and cheap books. Like I could do like a sale where it's like basically if you want like run filler stuff, I have plenty of that for you. It'd be priced anywhere from like $1 to like maybe like $5 at the most, and then maybe some here and there like in between like $10-$20 books. Like that I wouldn't mind just because it's getting rid of a bunch of stuff that I just have for various reasons, and then just giving it to somebody else who wants it. The only thing that I would have trouble with is where the only thing that makes me a little nervous with that is that people that would be buying a lot, where it's just like, all right, so like I remember how like Discovery Bay used to do his thing, and he'd have people that have like an entire like short box with him that he's like, hey, I gotta mail this. I basically gotta mail out a short box to you. It's like that's the only thing that makes me like a little nervous because it's like I know for me, as far as both time and budget, I can't just sit there and just mail out something like that all at once. It would probably take a little while. So, and that's why I kind of have a little apprehension because I don't want to fall so far behind that people start getting mad. It's like, oh, what's taking so long? It's just like, well, I mean, you bought like 100 books and somebody else bought like 100 books. So I'm just getting those guys. And then these guys who bought like 5 or 10 books, I sent out, the smaller orders first because you have so many and, so I don't want people to get upset. So that's why I haven't done it yet because I'm trying to still figure out how to do it where it's budget and time friendly for me. And then also timely for people that get their stuff and not, be upset that I'm taking too long. So that's the only hurdle I have to figure out. But once I will go ahead and do that because it's like I figured it out that I do have too many books, and it's not a bad thing. Everybody loves having tons of books. Like the people that have 25,000 books.
Mm-hmm. This is the little thing you made for me. So I gotta update it. So the Miss Marvel I have, and it works. Still gotta work on the rest. So yeah. So absolutely. I have to make a new collage, take the Miss Marvel off. Yep. And anything else I get before the end of the year. And Master of Kung Fu book I was actually been eyeing. Yeah. But the grade I want is still too high of a price. But if I get like one grade lower, it's like so much cheaper. If like a 9.0 to a 9.2 is like real cheap compared to a 9.6. And I want to get a 9.6 of that. I don't want a 9. I would love a 9.8, but 9.8 is still kind of pricey. But
yeah. I can hear you with that just because people, he's not like Shang-Chi is gonna be in the MCU, still like just because he hasn't been anything recently, he's gonna be back. So I can see that book holds its value. And I agree with Comic Journey on that one, where it's just like remarks and sketch cards over stages. Yeah, I can see that. I mean,
well, and not just that, original art too.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Original
absolutely.
art.
I mean, in most cases too, when you do that, you're gonna get a signature with it either way. Especially if you're going to an artist and like, hey, would you mind doing like a small remark on this? Well, they'll do the remark and sign it too. So but the thing that like that's what I do at Boston. I just got sketch covers done just because I really like, there wasn't anyone there that I was like, oh, I need to get this signed by this person. I was like, nah, I'd rather just get a bunch of sketch covers just because the lineup is kind of light, and I just figured this will be something that I'll really be excited for. So I was happy to do that, and I mean that Sinister Six thing that I got going on, I got 2 out of the 6, so happy with that. Just gotta do that 4 more times, and I'll have the original Sinister Six all Simpsonized, which will be fun. And then who knows, maybe I'll keep that going and get more Simpsonized different characters over time. But it's just, or maybe move on to like a different style of character. Like instead of it being Simpsonized, it's like, all right, like what about doing like I guess like I don't know, like if I would do like an Archie-fied, but I could see that. That'd be kind of cool. Like where it's like Betty and Veronica and Archie and Jughead and all them as different Marvel characters and stuff like that. So it's like, actually, I just had a good idea with that. Unfortunately, though, there's not actually, it'd be kind of tough to do. But you could do the original X-Men and you just be like, with Archie and his gang, and then just instead of, you'd have to, leave somebody out, like leave either Betty or Veronica off. But you could have, like Moose could be Beast, Jughead could be Angel. Then if you have Reggie could be Iceman, and what's it called? Archie obviously would be Cyclops, and then either Betty or Veronica would be Jean Grey, and then there you go. You have Archie, X-Men. So it's just like and those are easy sketch covers to get, but I think those are kind of fun. Or just do it all in one cover. You never know. But I do love what I've seen a lot of people doing, like the artist jams. Those are so cool. I really do like those a lot.
This was Lisa sent. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, she did. She sent it over, and I love that because it's the cover for Belly, that movie Belly with Nas and DMX. Great movie. Awesome soundtrack. I remember that when I was in high school. I was just like, yep, seeing this movie. As soon as I saw the soundtrack, I was like, this is the soundtrack. I was like, gotta get that. And then went and saw the movie. Movie was incredible. But that's really cool with the Luchasaurus remark on there. The guy that she said, Silva, was it Silverbacks? Yeah, Brian Silverbacks is his name on Instagram. He's really good. People should check him out. He's got some pretty cool stuff. So give him a follow.
I think we're about to get off of this. I am done. It's been almost 3 hours. Might hang around for a little while if anybody wants to jump on. If anybody wants to jump on, hang around, talk. I'll drop the link, I think, again. So I'll hang around for that if anybody wants to jump on and talk off air. But I'm done packing, and this is Packing Chat, not this chat and chat. So we ended when it's packing has been completed. Thank you to all the people that purchased from the Whale Friday show. Really appreciate it. You helped me gonna fund a new Grail or two, or PC book, or however you want to call it. It depends on your preference of what you want to call it. So a lot of those books I sold. A couple of them eventually I want to get back in the PC. Like I would love to get back the Uncle Scrooge one, but a little bit higher grade. What else I sold that I was kind of like Howard the Duck. I would love to get Howard the Duck in a 9.6. Still pricey book, but I know I could find raw copies, high grade raw copies.
Yeah,
that's how I found that one. So there's a couple of books I sold that I want to get back. But appreciate everybody that did purchase something. Like I said, it's going to help me maybe knock off 1 or 2 off of my list for this year. If they pop up at the price I want and the grade I want, cool. But if not, I'm going to hold on to the money and wait until some other stuff pop up. But I will be sending some books to Dustin. I showed 2 of the books earlier. If you guys saw, they were slabs. He's going to crack out, press and clean them, work his magic. I'm going to send those to CGC and hopefully get some bumps out of those books. So that's what I got going on over here. We had a graphic content episode this week.
Yep.
So definitely check that out. Rewatch that. Also, shout out to Comic Collector Geek. I'll actually see if I could pull up his thing and share it with you guys because I have an interview that he did with me. So if you guys want to check that out, definitely check that out. Show your boy some love with Alan, Mr. Comic Collector Geek. So I did an interview with him. We didn't even get to show all the books that I had pulled out to show. It's because the hour went by so fast. So if you guys want to check that video out, it's right here. So he just dropped it. Hour and 16 minutes. We actually could have went even longer than that. But I'll probably be on his show eventually again, the interview part 2 or something, to talk about some more books and stuff. Because like I said, that hour went by so fast. So go check that out with Comic Collector Geek as well. So that's the stuff I got going on. Nothing else on the channel for a while, probably, unless I do some unboxings here and there. So you might see an unpacking chat. But besides that,
actually, I was going to ask you and Bleeker usually would do those combined sales and stuff like that. So and I don't know when you're trying to do that again, but is that usually like the end of the month, middle of the month?
I gotta go with Bleak. I know he wants to try YouTube. So I would, if he wants to, I don't actually have anything to sell. Probably until the end of the end. Well, I got a lot of bigger books, so I would actually just be hosting for Bleak. So honestly, if you want to come on and try to sell a couple little small things, I'll be more than welcome to get at least maybe 4 people total, because I'm mainly doing it for him. And if I have anything, I have anything, but I really don't have anything. So I'm gonna see if he wants to do it at the end of the month. If that is the case, I might have books come back from CGC by that time.
Yeah.
So yeah, end of the month is on my mind is good, but I have to see what's best for him. But it'll be this month. It won't be next week. It'd be earliest. It would be 2 weeks from now. The latest will be basically at the end of the month. So almost 4 weeks from now. It'd be it literally would be 4 weeks from now. It'd be the 30th. So hopefully it's the 30th, and I'll have some new CGC for you guys. So that's it. That's for me. I don't know. Got anything, Chris, besides the hut?
Not. I should actually.
You said you're gonna do a video soon, huh?
I need to. I haven't done one in a while, so and I need to for a few different reasons to help organize and put away some stuff. So finally show some things. So I should be doing that. We'll see what tomorrow and Monday look like. Tomorrow might be easier to do one, so I'll go ahead and maybe record something and put it up. I would say, if not tomorrow, definitely by Monday, because I'm off both days, so I can actually put together a video and bring it up. And just wanted to thank everybody for helping me get to 400, and thank everybody who helped Kyle get to 1,000. That was really, really awesome, really fun, and I'm glad to see that. So hopefully get to talk to him soon and get him to make a video, because I know his reaction for that is going to be really cool.
Yeah, that's really fun to see. So thanks again, everybody, for those getting those guys to the goals they need to for subscribers. Now Chris has to do a video because you all got him over 400. So that's
Sure.
good. And like I can't wait to see Kyle's reaction of getting 1,000, and that's gonna be pretty cool. So see you guys, Lisa Nova, CJ, Chef Harris, the ones who stuck with us towards the end. Anybody else, Cali Comics Jigs, you guys as well. Thank you. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace, people.